was picking up the desktop audio, which is strange. Oh, guess what? No one heard any of that because it was all music. It was literally all Jack White. Ah, there's our hiccup. Thought we were off without a hitch. So welcome to the end of the week. I'm Ethan.
I'm Duncan.
All right, to recap, I just told a story about how I went to Little Caesars and my pizza wasn't ready. And that's what happened tonight.
So if you hear us munching, we munching on Little Caesars.
We munching on Little Caesars. We got a deep dish made fresh. Shout out to the Port Hope Little Caesars. We were talking about music.
Just started talking about music.
Just started talking about music before I realized we were being overplayed by the other
music.
By other music. So Duncan, what have you been listening to this week?
I have been listening to Leftover Crack.
Ah, I love the name.
Yeah, they have an album. It's their most recent one, 2015. Constructs of the State.
Constructs of the State.
Yep, it's the one that you've listened to a bit of. I played it in the car.
Oh, I know Leftover Crack. They're hardcore as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love them. Yeah. Okay, go on.
It's like, it's gutter punk, like ska metal type stuff. Really awesome. Bedbugs and Beyond, Days and Days features on that track.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I got into them, was because of Days and Days. So yeah, Bedbugs and Beyond is an awesome song off of this album.
That's cool.
Am
I being picked up? Hang on.
Last Legs is a solid song as well.
Yeah, I'm being picked up. Okay. Just checking. So.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, is that, like, most of the time when I listen to this album, I don't actually pay attention to what tracks are playing or anything like that. I'm just fucking jamming.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry if you're looking for any specific, like, awesome tracks to this album. I honestly could not tell you right now. Besides, like, a couple one, like, Corrupt Visions, I think, as well, is a really good one. I don't know. That's the thing. I just listened to it, and it's a hype album.
I'm trying not to eat into the mic.
Yeah.
I'm being a very good podcast host. What else?
I've been listening to Danger Days by My Chemical Romance. It was their last full-length album before they broke up. I was talking to Wayne about it, because Backyard Riot is recording with Wayne Kennedy right now for our full-length. And I was talking to him about it a couple nights ago.
I don't know if you'd call that recording. Go on.
We've been recording.
Go on.
You were only there once.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, so I was talking to him about my chem and stuff like that. And he's like, oh yeah, Danger Days is my favorite album. And I'm just like, yes. Nobody else agrees with me. Like, everybody says Black Parade's the best album. And yeah, it's a really solid album, and it is a really amazing album. But I don't know. There's just something about Danger Days that I like a bit more. It's got the accompanied comics.
It's like the same thing with Black Flag. Everyone goes, Black Flag's best album was My War. I'm like, no, you're wrong. It was Damaged. But continue, please.
Yeah.
There's a right answer and there's a wrong answer.
Yeah, I know. But Danger Days is like My Chem, but synth pop stuff added onto it as well.
Trying to be.
It's a bit more pop on the pop side.
Trying to be radio friendly.
It is. It's a lot more radio friendly. One of the songs got covered in Glee.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was 2010. Yeah, 2010. And I don't know. I really love a lot of the songs on here. Destroya is a fucking banger of a track.
My favorite Godzilla character.
And yeah, like that track is hard. Vampire Money is great. I think it's a bonus track, but dude, the fucking story behind that song is hilarious. Vampire Money.
Vampire Money.
Because what it was is they were offered to do one of the songs for Twilight, to do like one of the theme songs for Twilight.
Oh, I get it already. No,
and they turned it down.
Say less.
So the entire song is basically just them saying we're not fucking sellouts to this bullshit.
Well, good for my chem.
Yeah, and instead they did a Bob Dylan cover for Watchmen. They did.
I remember that they were in Watchmen. Pardon me.
Yeah, they were in Watchmen.
Yeah, I remember that.
And honestly, better song, better movie.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to Twilight, it's not that hard to say that Watchmen's a better movie than Twilight.
Yeah, I mean, I like Watchmen. Watchmen's a solid flick.
I was gonna say, even if you consider Watchmen not that great of a film, it's better than Twilight.
I think anything's better than Twilight, to be completely honest.
Yeah, true. There's not even.
Well, let's be honest. The Room is the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, without
a
doubt.
Danger Days is a fun album. Na Na Na's an awesome song. Fuck. I'm blanking on some of the tracks, but like, it's a really. I don't know. I'm just gonna be saying it's a really fun album.
Would it be better if I had the album covers on screen so you would?
Probably a little bit.
Well,
I've got it up here.
Well,
okay.
I apologize because we literally just got here. Like,
yeah.
We had no time. I would have got the album artwork up, but
Bulletproof Heart's a fun one. Sing was the one that was covered on Glee, and dude, it's a wicked song.
Yeah.
Party Poison's okay. Save Your Life, I'll Hold Them Back is killer.
All right.
Scarecrow's pretty good. Summertime's pretty good as well. Destroya, the one that I already mentioned, is amazing. Kids from Yesterday's pretty good as well. Oh no, Vampire Money's not a bonus track, so yeah.
Oh, it's on the album, eh?
It's an actual album one. 0% as well is pretty good. Honestly, recommend this album. If you want to get into My Chem, but you're kind of scared of going into their heavier stuff,
start with this album.
album. It's a lot easier to swallow.
I'm about to say the same thing with
and then
artist.
What was the last one that I said? 14 by Cleopatra.
Hey, shout out to the boys. The boys. Oh man,
I've honestly been listening to everything by Cleo a lot recently, just because like. Dude, they're my boys.
They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool dudes. I like the fact that they're starting to put the Coburg music scene on the map. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite aspect of that band is that hey, we don't just have hockey players that bring home Stanley Cups. We also have like talented artists and shit that are making music.
And hockey players that rape women.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, can't forget the Cougars.
The Cougars.
You guys are gross. Anyway.
But okay,
so much shame to the Cougars' name. They have to change it to Nighthawks. You fucking losers. All right, go on.
Yeah.
You guys are staying here. All right, go on.
I listened to this. I listened to the EP, and honestly, the EP is a banger. But trust me, like the amount of times that I've seen them live, just hanging out with them,
I can't wait.
Some of these songs are infinitely better live, like Belly Button Blues. Like. That's a banger of a track to start off with. Yeah. And then it just goes into this when they play it live, Luke just goes boom bam it's heavy as fuck. It starts all the mosh pits.
I've seen some music videos and I got to say the energy that those guys bring is like intense, man. Like
yeah, I know. Luke and Ian are awesome guys. Some of the friendliest guys I've ever met.
They're really chill. They're really nice.
I'm
glad to know that Luke watches this podcast.
Yeah, he watches the podcast.
Shout out to Luke.
And then also on my copy of the EP, I'm not sure if you can get this version anymore. It has a bonus track of them covering X's and O's.
Oh, I know that you played this one for me.
I've played it, and it's so good.
Wicked fucking song.
I don't think they cover it anymore, but
I haven't heard it in like a year and a half. But
it's really good.
It's a banger.
City Kids is a really awesome song. Friends is one that like I didn't fully appreciate until a bit more recently when I started really digging into the lyrics a bit more.
Yeah.
And then Chromeo is one that I will always just fucking scream along to.
What a funny story, Duncan.
What a funny story.
What a funny story, Duncan.
But yeah, so 14 by Cleopatra, 100% recommend. It is on Spotify and Bandcamp for free. For free. So hit that up. It's really fucking good. If you haven't heard them already, what are you doing? You probably already heard their monster hit single, Hometown.
You're not from Coburg if you don't know who Cleo is, boys.
Hell, you're almost not from the Toronto.
Oh yeah, because they're big over.
Scene.
They're big over in the GTA. They're big in the GTA and they're big in Russia.
Yeah,
all places. They're like one of their. What is it? I think Hometown went like number 2 in Russia.
Hometown won number 2.
Hometown went like number 2 in Russia, which is fucking insane. I laughed my ass off when I saw that. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Oh, yeah.
something from Coburg went like international like that. Like that's just kind of
It's weird. It's surreal.
it's kind of surreal, eh?
But yeah, so that's the end of my picks. What about you, bud?
What about me? All right. Well, I've been listening to a lot of the work of Cedric Bixler and Omar Rodriguez, also known as At the Drive-In,
Okay.
the Mars Volta, Anti-Mask. Dude, I swear to God, these guys, all right, my dad turned me on to them, like, last year. An album of, I can honestly, like, I haven't heard much of, like, each band. And the thing with these guys, I find, is that if they want to cover a genre of music, they won't take an existing band and make that the entire focal point of the next album. They'll just start a new fucking band. Like, At the Drive-In, I think, was, like, their starting project, and that was more of, like, a post-hardcore sort of, more emo and alternative sort of sound. And they put out an album last year called Interalia, I'm not quite sure. And that's what I've been listening to of the At the Drive-In side of their careers. Amputecture by the Mars Volta. But I should mention these are pretty much the same band for those who are gonna, like, you know, they're not, but it's the same two guys essentially behind all three of these bands. All right. Mars Volta has had a pretty expansive career from the late 90s to the mid to late 2000s, and they broke up, unfortunately, but I've heard murmurs of them reuniting, which is great, because that's like one of my dad's favorite bands, and I want to say, I actually am curious to see what new Mars Volta could sound like. Like, most of their music, it's all kind of, you know, the same sort of tinge, but the Mars Volta takes a lot of elements from, like, the kind of progressive rock that I'm really into, which is sort of inspired by the sort of fantasy and science fiction aspects of a lot of, like, prog rock bands like Yes and Asia. Especially, like, if you look at some of their covers, they got some weird fucking covers on these bands. So an album I can recommend if you want to get into the Mars Volta, the one I like the most, Amputecture. Amputecture is a really solid album. The first track, Vicarious Atonement, fucking weird song, but damn, is it just like the most relaxing shit you've ever heard. It is so fucking cool. And then immediately, you know, the second track, Tetragrammaton, Grammaton, hits you right in the fucking face with this, like, I'm just gonna... After that, you know, after this, like, insanely relaxed track, it's something else. And then Anti-Mask is their sort of post-punk, I shouldn't say post-punk, I should say, I don't know. Anti-Mask is more or less what At the Drive-In did, except I'd say it's a little more fast-paced. They the guy from fucking Blink-182, who's the drummer from Blink-182? Travis Barker? Travis Barker did the drum fill. I think he plays with them live. I'm not sure if he recorded on. They only released one album under that band. And
under which one?
On Anti-Mask.
Okay.
Anti-Mask only had one album. I don't know if Travis Barker did the drums or if he just toured with them afterwards. But Anti-Mask only had one album. There's kind of no murmurings of that coming back anytime soon. Probably with, like, other sort of schedule conflicts with some of the band members, right? And now I think At the Drive-In is back for a while. Their last album was pretty fucking cool. DFA opened for them in France.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking cool. And honestly, like, I can highly recommend anything that these two, Omar and Cedric, are doing, because they are just some of the most talented musicians I've ever heard in my life. And, like, honestly, their music is just solid. If you're into progressive rock, you're into that sort of, like, hardcore sound, but not, I wouldn't call it hardcore. It's more, I don't know. I'd call it sort of like alternative emo in a sense. It's really good though. Excuse me.
Heavy emo core?
No, not at all. I don't know. I really don't know. Moving on. Stone Temple Pilots, number 4.
Okay.
Is an album that I wasn't quite familiar with. The only 3 Stone Temple Pilots albums I had heard in my life, I can't really even call myself a fan if I've only heard these 3. It's just their first 3 albums is Core, Tiny Music, and Purple. Those 3 albums are the only thing I was mostly familiar with that band, and those are some of, like, honest to God, some of my favorite albums of all time. I thought that Scott Weiland was one of music's most talented heroin addicts. He truly was a gifted vocalist, songwriter. He was a fucking insane dude, but he had a lot of drug issues and stuff like that.
Welcome to the music industry.
And yeah, man, like he struggled a lot with like narcotics and stuff. After Tiny Music came out, which is arguably their softest album, and very well received too. Like that was a good shift in music change because they retained some of those hard rock elements, but for the most part they kept it soft on Tiny Music. Number 4, they returned to those hard rock roots a lot more, and it not one of their best reviewed albums. Arguably their most most average reviewed album. It got like 5 out of 10, But holy fuck, this album kicks so much ass, and the critics were wrong. Tracks like Pruno are so great. The opening track, Down is a fucking phenomenal song. And it goes after, from Pruno, it goes to Church on Tuesday, which is this song about just a girl and her fucked up family, to this song Sour Girl. And Sour Girl is like the most, it's like, it's so relaxing. Like, that's such a happy song, and I'm sure the lyrics aren't, but it is like the most, like, sort of, I can't describe it. I really can't describe. It's like, it's sort of optimistic. It's a very optimistic sound.
Like it's just the tone of the song.
Yeah, the tone of the song is just very optimistic. And honestly, like, the rest of the album is great too. Critics were wrong about this one. This is probably one of the Pilot's best, and I gotta give it like an 8 out of 10. So good. One that I got back into today, it's an album I haven't heard in like months. For whatever reason, I had an Offspring kick.
You had an Offspring kick?
I had an Offspring kick.
They're going on a Canadian tour soon.
Oh, see, I would love to, but I know exactly who's going to be in that audience.
Who?
All the Sublime fans. Like, exactly the people that listen to Sublime. It's such a shame.
You're going to get a contact high.
I'm going to get a contact high just, like, being within, like, a kilometer of the fucking stadium that they're playing at. Basically, I don't like that, Offspring is just, like,
it's a weird band.
It's a really weird band. You've sort of described them to me, I remember, as that sort of like, I don't know, the edgy kid soundtrack. Like you look at Offspring and you hear Offspring and you immediately think of like Guy Fieri or something like that.
And I think it's just their image, really.
The image of Guy Fieri. And honestly, their music,
some of their music really goes along with it, but then other stuff really is like, so, I don't know. It's really fucking good.
An album that I love of theirs was Ixnay on the Ombre.
Okay.
That is, I love it. It has a special place in my heart. For the most part, just that, what is it? Fucking, All I Want. Crazy Taxi. I fucking love that game, and I just love the fact that it's just like, they have like 5 or 6 Offspring songs, and that's one of them. And I for the longest time, I thought they were all on Ixnay on the Ombre. Boy, howdy, was I wrong. But it sort of introduced me to the Offspring's discography, and honestly, Ixnay on the Ombre, solid track. Moda is so funny. Moda's about this pothead that gets ripped off. It's a good song. And, was it Me and My Old Lady's a good one, too. The full fucking album's great. Honestly, like, you want a introduction album to the Offspring? Ixnay on the Ombre. Check it out. It's a good. Highly recommend. I got one more. It's a good. I got one more album I want to talk about.
Go for it.
The Sinister Urge by Rob Zombie.
Okay. I've never been a Zombie fan.
I am a hardcore Rob Zombie fan. From his early days in White Zombie to maybe the mid-2000s. Anything he did after that was kind of fell on its ass. Like,
see, the only stuff of his that I've really taken in was his movies.
See, even then, like, as a director, I don't really like his movie work. I like.
You know what?
Music.
I'll say the first Halloween that he did, I did like that. But then I watched Lords of Salem.
Wicked song off of one of his lesser albums, I think.
Dude, that movie fucked me up.
Wasn't that like his first film or something like that? Lords of Salem?
It was something like that. All I remember, I have the image burned in my head, a couple images burned in my head from that movie. Like, a priest force oral sex on the main character.
Yeah, he's fucked up, Rob.
And it's a dream sequence.
What? Yo.
And then a goat-headed god with a dick. Like, I can straight up see the dick.
A dick. I think.
And it's focused on.
I think I'm gonna have to
fucking the main character.
I think I'm gonna have to find Lords of Salem somewhere. This sounds like a movie I'd watch just solely.
It was on Netflix.
Solely just for I don't know. Because I feel like I'd get to know Rob Zombie a little better because I only know him for his music.
I'm pretty sure his wife is the main actress.
Sherry something. I don't know. Sherry Zombie. I don't know. But fuck, man. Sinister Urge is like my favorite Rob Zombie album. I believe it was his second album after he went solo. And it has tracks like, Demon Speeding, Dead Girl Superstar, Never Gonna Stop, Iron Head with Ozzy, bro. Ozzy Osbourne is a feature on this album. Feel So Numb. This is probably one of my favorites. Was it Hellbilly Deluxe was his first solo? I'm not a fan. There's a couple tracks on there, but it just doesn't resonate with me like the Sinister Urge does. And honestly, if I could recommend a zombie album to get into, I wouldn't recommend this one. I would recommend Past, Present, and Future, which is essentially his greatest hits. It's straight up. It's the ultimate kind of gateway to get into Rob Zombie because it highlights, for the most part, his entire career up into a certain point. It goes from, there's stuff from White Zombie on there, transitions into a solo career, and then goes into the weird stuff. He did a cover of Brick House by the Commodores with, like, I forgot who.
Brick.
It's a brick house. I forgot who, but, like, there was some, like, funk singer on there. Oh no!
Oh my god!
I would recommend looking into Past, Present, Future. But Sinister Urge.
Now all I'm thinking about is that Mad TV skit of Randy Newman.
Oh,
doing
Randy
the
Newman
Star Wars
and
stuff, and then Rob Zombie.
Oh fuck! I remember that. When Randy Newman asked me to do songs for the Star Wars soundtrack, he had already written like 400 songs about Star Wars. And then it's like
Star Wars.
It's like Star Wars.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
No. It's like Star Wars. Yeah, spaceships flying, and then Rob Zombie goes like,
and it went on for so long.
Oh my god.
It was like a 10-minute bit.
People give Rob Zombie shit. I quite like his music, and it's really good to drive to. If you're doing some highway driving and you've got like open road for kilometers ahead of you, just fucking play Dracula. There's no way you're not gonna go faster than like 100.
Dude, that's Bat Out of Hell for me.
Bat Out of Hell. I forgot you're into that. You're into that musical theater shit.
Love me my meatloaf.
Your meatloaf. Oh, knock the mic.
Fuck.
It's incredibly close to me right now. I'm in a pretty awkward position, but you know what? Fuck it. All right. So yeah, that's what I've been listening to. Someone I wanted to mention last week was a Canadian guy, Chad Van Galen or Galen. Not sure how to pronounce his name. He's from Alberta.
Okay.
Kind of folky. A mix of like folk and like alternative rock music. I recommend his album Soft Airplane if you guys can give that one a look. It's probably, I'm not sure, that's probably the only album I've heard by him, but I quite enjoyed listening to that last week. Very relaxing music, especially when you're on a train ride. He had a song in Skate 3, which I thought was pretty appropriate off of that album.
Okay.
Off that album, Skate 3 was developed in Vancouver, which is pretty cool. But that's about it for my music selections this week. And no vinyl pickups.
No.
Been a bit of a rough week. I've been broke for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be broke for a good bit.
Yeah, I gotta reserve some cash. I owe you money.
You owe me money.
I owe you money. But yeah, I gotta reserve some cash. Otherwise, no vinyl pickups this week. Maybe in a couple weeks though.
Yeah, maybe.
Depends on how good my paycheck is, and if I see anything at the record store that really kind of piques my interest there. But for the most part, nah, nothing really.
There's some, I'm not sure if it's housekeeping or what it is. It's something that I want to follow up on from last week.
Okay.
When I was talking about generations.
Right.
I noticed, for whatever reason, in the past week, like, everything that has been coming up on my news feeds and everything has been about the
Florida shooting?
No. The discussion of when like the official line between millennial and Gen.
Had you been Googling this sort of stuff prior?
No, like once.
Okay, well here's the thing, man.
But
I know this is how Google works.
I know that Focus advertises it, but
that's how the algorithm works.
Here's the thing: is that the good thing? But it's like Vice did a report on it.
I don't know. I find that funny. It's like, they say that if you're doing something, there's about 10,000 other people in the world doing the exact same thing at the exact same moment, right? So I mean, someone at Vice probably would. I'm gonna write an article about what Generation X is and when it ends, right? Like, someone probably
Z.
Generation Z now, yeah.
Gen Z.
Are we Gen Y then?
No, no.
Technically, we'd be Gen Y.
No, we don't.
What?
We're not. Okay, so here's what one of the news articles that came up to me said.
Okay.
And this is what majority of them are saying is that millennials ends in 1994.
When did they start though?
They started in 80 something.
And then is that kind of like
the youngest are 22 now or something like that, and the oldest are just into their 30s.
I don't know. Millennials are weird. We've come up with some weird shit.
But
I'm sorry.
here's the main sort of reason for the difference between millennials and Gen Z.
Okay.
Millennials were somewhat conscious and able to understand what was going on when 9/11 happened.
Okay.
And what was going on within Western civilization, and then also the 2008 crash, the 2008 stock economic crash.
Oh, the stock market. Yeah.
The stock market crash.
The recession.
Yeah. And that's the thing is that millennials grew up and went through adolescence in those time periods.
Yeah.
Whereas Gen Y, we were 5 to 10 at those times.
5 to 10. I was 8 when the recession happened.
Yeah, exactly. So we weren't really aware of what was going on.
No, for sure.
It didn't affect our adolescence that much. It affected a bit of our early childhood, but still not into an insane amount.
I don't know.
We aren't able to for us it's different because we live in a small town, but a lot of millennials weren't able to find jobs as teenagers because of the recession.
I remember
that's
that.
a huge part of what that difference is.
My English teacher from grade 12. Shout out to Miss Coward. I don't know where you are now, but I hope it's not there still because you were a bad.
I think she still is there.
You were a bad teacher.
Morgan's friends with her on Facebook.
Okay, moving on.
It's hilarious.
Moving on.
She's just like, "Oh, Martha Coward, what are you doing today?"
She was an interesting one. My English class was more of a social studies class. We literally.
I was gonna say, from whatever you said, it would have been interesting to just have conversations in that class.
See, no.
If it wasn't for the other
people.
people.
No, because she was hardcore left wing. It was nuts. Like I said last week, don't have anything against transgendered people or people who are pansexual or anything like that. I am like I said, equal hate for everybody, right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so it was more one of those things of just she's not willing to discuss anything from any viewpoints of the other side.
Yes, exactly. I did an entire report about this sort of thing. Actually, it was literally the first major assignment. She was like, "Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna." I totally fucking forgot what it was, actually. But what I ended up doing was essentially taking CNN and Fox News and comparing them and seeing how
I remember
how
that.
both sides of the United States
spectrum.
United States news media kind of covers news, right? How the liberals would do it, how the Republicans would do it, and what I did was I had sort of a middle ground, which was something like Vice.
Yeah.
And then, Vice is
left leaning, but they're still in the middle because they at least talk about and discuss things from the other side.
Exactly, right? So I'd say something the middle point would kind of be Vice.
Yeah.
And then to the right of that, you'd have Fox News. To the left of that, you'd have CNN.
Yeah.
To the far right, you'd have sites like Breitbart. And to the far left, you'd have something like Occupy Democrats.
Yes.
And literally all I mentioned. That was the entire fucking presentation. She gave me an A- on that. She gave me a relatively good mark on it. And she's like, "Wow, you seem to know a lot about this." I'm like, I literally just mentioned that this is how the fucking news media works in the States.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. I didn't even make
There's
any valid.
bias.
I didn't make. There's just bias. I just explained to people, and she goes, "No, it was really interesting." From that moment on, she just kind of she found out I was good with graphic design. I think Keegan snitched, and she pretty much kind of
Gomes, can you come help me with
this?
this?
My God.
I remember she stopped you and me in the hallway once.
She pulled me out of class to discuss what was it? She was doing
stuff for the play.
She was doing an end of the year play, which from what I remember was terrible. But she got a bunch of local stores and shit to kind of sponsor it. So what she did, and get this, right? She got business cards from each individual store and kind of asked me to make them look like a banner, kind of get rid of contact information and just have the store logos and shit like that. And it was easy. It was pretty easy enough. But I remember oh fuck, what was it? Keegan.
There was a good amount of late nights.
Old friend of ours, Keegan. was co-oping the drama class that she taught. And I remember, this is a legendary story. Co-oping the drama class.
You got fucking kicked out.
I'll explain how, because it really wasn't my fault.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
It was this kid whose name I'm not going to mention, but let's just call him Connor, all right? So Connor...
You know who you fucking are.
You know who you are, shithead. Connor was a terrible, terrible kid.
Grade 9, let's mention this. Grade 9.
He was in grade 9, and I don't know what it was, but grade 9's in 2017... Holy shit.
Into 2018.
Into 2018, bro? Like, I have no idea how your parents are raising you, but you guys are fucked if you think you can treat people like that. So Connor, as we're going to call him, was a, I don't even know how to, like, really describe this kid. Okay.
Fuck boy.
Imagine the worst douchebag in the club, but he sounded like one of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Okay? Except he literally had no clout about him or wasn't even, like, Poonslayer. He was literally just cringy and annoying, right? Just kind of going up to every single girl in that class that was like, what they would consider a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 in that class, right? Because that's what kids do in high school. They rate girls because we're fucking soulless. Anyway. So
because we're desperate.
Because we're desperate. No, we're not even desperate. We're just stupid. Anyway, so this fucking guy, and I remember... he would always specifically go after these three groups of this group of 3 girls, but it was one chick in particular. I'm just gonna call her Mary, and Mary was always the subject of like Connor's like banter and shit like that. Like I remember one time,
to the point where it was like kind of disturbing.
It was very disturbing. Like I remember one time, fuck, what was it? They were doing like a tableau or something like that. I don't even remember. It was some stupid shit. I don't even know where Martha Coward got her fucking drama degree, but she is a...
I don't think she did.
I don't think she did. Anyway, so what happened was they were doing kind of like a tableau thing, and Mary was in some pose that Connor just felt like was seductive or like sexy in some way, and I just remember him yelling, "Oh fuck, it's like a porno. Mary's gonna take her shirt off and fuck me." In front of the entire class.
Okay.
Didn't even whisper it or anything. He just fucking yelled it. I'm like, I was sitting there like, what the fuck? And I remember him and his group of cronies ended up doing a bit. And it was like an improv bit, but it ended up going really bad. And this is right after the death of a very close friend of ours, Brody Locke.
Yeah.
And essentially what their bit involved was...
And, like, this was also after a couple other
car-related accidents at school because a bunch of the... Shout out to CCI.
School in town.
Shout out to the students of CCI. You guys are fucking dumbasses for walking into the middle of the street without looking both ways. Fucking read a book, please. You scare me.
While on acid.
While on acid. You got... Please. All right. So what Connor did and his fucking cronies, I should mention a coworker of yours was also in this in this group.
I know I've talked to her about this.
No, him.
Him? Well, oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
well, I mean like one of the other people, one of the girls that I work with was also in that class.
So what he did was basically he kind of like recreated this kind of like reckless like car accident. It was like very the way he described it, he went into a lot of fucking detail about it. And it didn't trigger me necessarily, but I felt the need to say something.
It's like one of those things that you're just going, look, that's kind of in poor taste at the moment.
Yeah, I felt the need to say something like, dude, like, what the hell?
And let's put it this way: when Gomer's the one saying that's in poor taste, you've crossed the line.
You fucked up. You fucked up. Anyway, so. Basically what happened was like, a buddy of mine got hit by a car and died. We had a couple kids get hit by a car the other day. He got sent to the hospital. Like, is it, was that, you think that was really a good idea? And like, he could have taken it responsibly. I guess not. I'm sorry. He could have said like something like, yeah, well,
or like
it's
that
whatever.
wasn't my intention.
Or it's like
blah,
that wasn't
blah,
really
blah.
my intention.
Yeah.
You know what he fucking said?
Be civil.
Be civil about it. You know what he said? He's like, oh fuck, why are you getting so fucking up in arms about it? Yo, man, what does it matter to you? Fuck, dude. A girl with my mom's name got, her arm taken off by a shark in Australia. But, I don't think of my mom whenever that girl was some stupid, unrelated bullshit like that. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Where are you pulling this out of your ass, bro? Like, what region of your ass is this coming from? You dummy! Basically after that, I remember Miss Coward coming up to me in, like, English class. She pulled me out of class, like, so Colton said, oh, I mentioned his name.
Shit. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at this point. So Connor said, you called me retarded or something? I did not do that.
No.
But he made up lies about me and got me booted out of that class. I wasn't really allowed to kind of show up. And I've kind of felt bad for Keegan because he had to kind of put up with Miss Coward and all the other idiots in that class.
That hellhole
of a class for like without me. And buddy of ours, McKenna, got kicked out too. For whatever reason. McKenna wasn't like, we weren't supposed to be there technically, but she had no issue with us being there until that incident.
Yeah.
Like, I had a spare, she had a spare. We both just kind of
Wasn't it
her.
Also he said something about you bullying him or something like that?
Yeah, supposedly I was bullying him.
For something else, I can't remember.
I'm so scared for Gen Z. You guys are too fucking entitled. I don't know. Especially these, like, rich kids.
Yeah, exactly. Let's put that asterisk on it. The rich kids.
The quote unquote rich kids. Like, these are
the ones that haven't really gotten a taste of reality yet. Because we're Gen Z, but we
come from middle class families.
We come from middle class,
like,
and we have a taste of reality.
We just know what's going on. But like these kids are terrible. I don't know how the fuck they're gonna find a job. They're worried about us millennials like being suitable to work. Like, honest to God, these Gen Zers are gonna fuck everything up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Well, especially since I don't know. Maybe it's just Coburg. But half of them are on so many drugs.
Oh, shit.
So many drugs.
Oh, man. I don't know, man. Especially, like...
It makes me scared.
Especially, like, CCI. You know?
Yeah.
And I hate to be the white dad. This just shows my age. But when, like, artists start to, like... Sort of, you know...
Zans.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like when artists start to, like, idolize prescription drugs as being the only thing you need. It's like... Fucking prescription drugs are lethal in some doses. It's like you can't be...
This is why you have a prescription.
I mean, I'm not going to say Xans killed Lil Peep.
But Xans killed Lil Peep.
But Xans kind of killed Lil Peep. I mean, fentanyl killed Lil Peep. But guess what?
Xans
killed Lil Peep. And shout out to Lil Xan, because Lil Xan's the only like white rapper out there. I mean, I shouldn't really shout him out. He called Tupac boring. Shut up. But he's like, nah, man, I don't do Xanax. He wrote a whole song about how Xanax can fucking, like, ruin your life.
And I love that he's called Lil Xan.
He's called Lil Xan. Yeah, no. But, like...
Kind of cool. I'm about that.
But, like, you know,
I don't know. I just look at a lot of the SoundCloud style rappers
that
are coming out and making a lot of
like
headway right now.
X and fucking...
X I don't have a huge problem with. You know what? I'm okay with him just because he's always trying to push a message for the most part.
Right, but he's a piece of shit. Are you
familiar
with his antics? He, like, beat his pregnant girlfriend. And,
he's still a piece of shit.
He's fucking weird.
Yeah, no, X is a piece of shit. Who else? 6ix9ine.
Oh, it's Tekashi 6ix9ine. How is that guy? That guy is, like...
How does that guy have a career when he's actually convicted of statutory
rape? Yeah, no, buddy fucked a
and not
underage.
like I'm not meaning like allegations. I mean he's actually convicted. Like the court papers have come out and they're just like, yeah, no, he was convicted.
He's fucking weird. I have no idea how someone like that just gets like recognition. I don't, you know, like I said last week, if you have talent, that's great. But if you fuck up. If you fuck up like that, like I don't know how.
There's a difference between like doing a lot of drug, like the rock and roll type
developing
thing
an image,
having done a lot of drugs, and then like you know what, that's just part of your image, but you still weren't like beating people and raping people.
To some extent, and maybe because I'm old fashioned, I find that a lot of those like rock stars at least have the talent to back up that image.
Yeah.
The thing with Tekashi 6ix9ine is that he's just an idiot and does not have a good sound. None of his albums sound good. None of his mixtapes sound good.
I don't go near it. Like I've listened to a bit of it.
He's gross, man. I don't understand how people can listen to that shit. It makes no sense to me. And the thing is like he's a fucking pedophile. Like it's not.
Oh yeah.
It's not like you have any reason to listen to him. Funny enough, you know my mom was listening.
Add it to the list.
Add to the list. You know what my mom was listening to today in the car?
What was
your mom? Crystal Castles.
Oh no.
She put on they did a song with Robert Smith. It was a cover of a Platinum Blonde song called Not in Love.
That's a hard.
That's a hard one because that's a good song.
That's a hard, and it's Robert Smith.
It's Rob Smith, and that guy. I gotta say, the first time I've heard Crystal Castles in like since Ethan Cath came out as a fucking addict or abusive shithead, you know, like I haven't
was outed
as an abusive shithead. Like I haven't listened to that band since, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first time was today. My mom played Not in Love. I'm like, yeah, don't ruin it for me. It sounds good. I'm like, really? Sorry, that's the thing though with the baby boomers. I shouldn't say baby boomers. I should say people my parents'
Gen
age,
X,
which is like Gen X is that. Their logic was like, if the music sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah, they have and you know what? I kind of respect that, the ability to separate artists from the art, but I have a hard time with it, and I think it's mainly just because we really gotta crack down on that type of shit.
It's like
we don't want to be promoting this type of shit.
Keep supporting these people.
And like, I don't know. These are also it's kind of hypocritical because these are also the same people that just went, Eminem is a horrible role model because he raps about this and this, and then this is just us bitching now, but,
but
still,
like, Eminem did good, if I remember correctly. Like when I say good, I mean like he did good things for his community and stuff.
He
like
did
that.
great things for his community, and he was straight up just like, yeah, I write it as a way of dealing with these feelings. It doesn't mean that I'm actually gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the bad language is like everyone fucking swears. It's part of living. My parents still get mad at me when I swear in the house. It's like, look, man, I'm 18. Now,
I try not to swear as much as possible. There's a difference.
I apologize for the last time I stayed over. Like
no, it's fine. My parents are completely fine with it.
I kept swearing in front of your dad. I felt bad.
Oh, my dad does not care one bit.
Thanks, Stu.
For me, it's really just like, you know, I just don't like to do it that much at the house.
I don't know. I have a filthy mouth. I don't know. It kind of sprouted from my dad because my dad's the same way. I've heard my dad swear in ways that only wordsmiths can fucking match. It's Jay Gomes is insane with that sort of thing, and you know, he's like, why do you keep swearing? I'm like, oh, it rubbed off. I don't know. I'm sorry. You know, I shouldn't out of respect, but it slips out. I don't know. It's just, you know, it rubs off. Monkey see, monkey do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Anyway, what was I talking about before? I totally went off on a tangent there. Something about my mom listening to Crystal Castles, but before that, it was who was it?
I don't know.
Overrated rappers and drug use is what we're talking about.
Overrated rappers and drug use.
I got a bone to pick with people liking Lil Peep, by the way.
Yeah.
Now, Lil Peep has 2 songs. I don't care what anyone says. You cannot argue with me otherwise. Lil Peep has 2 songs, and they're not even like 8 out of 10 songs. They're like 6 out of 10 songs. It's Beamer Boy, which is, I'll admit, it's a slapper. It's one I have on my I have a rap playlist on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's on there. Same thing with his biggest hit. What the fuck was it? It was off of his debut. Hang on. It was the one that's like, fuck my life, don't say that. Save that shit. It's in the fucking first verse. Save that shit and Beamer Boy are Lil Peep's only good songs. I'm sorry. It's just
And let's clarify this. If you like, Lil Peep's a bit different because he was straight up about his problems and he acknowledged that he had problems and he said to people, do not do what I do.
He's a bitch though. I'm sorry. Lil Peep was kind of a bitch about it. His music didn't really like.
And that's the thing is that a lot of people clarify that as new emo, and it's just like, as somebody who liked emo.
No, that's not.
Yeah, it is, but it's like. It's the exaggerated version that people like to make fun of.
Oh my gosh. It's like, listen.
And let's also say this. Don't call something emo if it's just you expressing like your emotions.
Isn't that kind of what emo is though?
Yeah. And I know it's a hard spot, but
it's hard to classify. I mean, it's emo rap music.
Yeah, emo rap music's weird.
Emo rap music is weird because the production is usually trash, and the guys who are rapping do not.
Oh, like it's clipped all the time.
Oh, it's brutal. I don't understand how people can listen to that shit. To be honest, like Lil Peep's 2 best songs are the ones with his best production and his best flows. They just roll well. They're not necessarily great, but there's still stuff I can have on in the background and be like, all right, I could vibe with this, right? Like, it's not, you know, but I can't get into that guy's music for the most part. Same thing with X. X only had like one.
Look at me.
Huh?
He had Look at Me.
He had Look at Me, and he had a song called Jocelyn Flores, which is off of his latest album, and it's It's everyone's favorite, but it's not even a good. It's not a good song. It's structured so fucking poorly. I don't know, but at the same time, like it's always everyone's. It's always on. It's always on. Everyone's like, it's like, oh, this song's a fucking feels song, bro.
Yeah.
This song's like my like cry song. It's like, dude, this is not. This is a bad song from a bad album. I mean, it's like I said, okay. It's just an okay song. It's just an okay song. I would not really listen to it on the reg. It's like I said, I think it's on my hip hop playlist, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't listen, I don't touch it regularly. You should check out though if you like hip hop. Anyone from Asia, because holy shit, they're taking over that scene right now, man. Rich Brian, Keith Ape, fucking the Higher Brothers, Joji to some extent. Many know Joji as Filthy Frank. No longer.
Or Pink Guy.
No longer making.
I will say I actually jammed to Joji's stuff.
Joji's good.
It's good, just like chill stuff.
It was kind of hard at first for me to kind of get into Joji because I always just knew him as like the guy that like touched dead rats on the internet before, like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't really
or rapped about Nickelodeon.
Or rapped about Miranda Cosgrove. You know, dude, she's fucking weird. She looks like Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson were a chick. You know what I've been watching a lot? You know what I've been watching a lot lately?
What have you been watching?
Because I've been getting, I don't know, ever since I started buying vinyl, I've just been watching vinyl. People who post videos about vinyl on YouTube. And Amoeba Records, which is a record store in Los Angeles, they have a YouTube channel. And they have a series of videos called What's in My Bag. And basically, I think the premise is that every time a celebrity walks into their store, it's like, oh shit, bring the camera crew out. Cedric Bixler's in the fucking building, man.
They bring it. And they just give you a bag, and they're just like, stuff whatever you want in that bag.
It's yours. I don't know what happens, but like basically, it's like, celebrity.
I saw D. Antwoord's one. That was kind of funny.
I stay away from D. Antwoord. I don't like.
I like it. It's just funny. Who else did I see? I saw Against Me do theirs. I saw Frank Turner's.
Mac DeMarco's is hilarious.
Frank Turner's is funny because he's just a giant geek. I haven't seen Mac DeMarco's
Mac DeMarco's is actually kind of hilarious because like Mac DeMarco has two different personas. I don't know. He did a YouTube show. I forgot what it was called. It was basically like a one-on-one with him, and he's like, they're just asking him questions like, what's his favorite band? What's the next album he's gonna listen to or buy? What's his favorite? Like, just kind of like a basic sort of like get to know Mac DeMarco. But like his What's in the Bag episode is fucking weird and hysterical. I love it. I showed my girlfriend. I go, so this is the guy I love. This is Mac DeMarco. He's like, hi everyone, Mac DeMarco here. And it's like he does this thing, and like every interview he does, it's like if there's two different cameras, he's gonna be looking back and forth at each camera. That's kind of his joke. He's like, "Hi everyone, Mac DeMarco here. I'm at Amoeba Records." Like he just like goes back and forth looking at each camera with each different word. And oh man, I quite like his What's in My Bag. He actually pulled out an album that my dad owns called The River by Bruce Springsteen.
Oh,
cool album. I don't know, it's a double, and it's I mean the vinyl, the LP is not a gatefold, which is kind of a look. Okay, listen. Okay, any recording artists out there, if you're gonna make a double album and put it on vinyl, for the love of fucking Christ, please make it a gatefold, or I will find you. It's
you heard the man.
It's a good album. Like I'm not really a Springsteen guy. No, he for me, it's like a couple of hits here and there, but I'm not really like hardcore into the guy's discography. You know what I mean? It's like he's not for me. I don't know. Not my kind of music necessarily. Sort of like,
I go back and forth on it.
So that bluesy, blue collar rock essentially. It's like it's not quite country. It's not quite rock and roll. It's rock and roll. It's just not like
Yeah. I like what he is for rock music.
Born in the USA, iconic album. It's actually probably one of my favorite albums of his. And anything else, I'm just kind of
I like what he does for rock music because he's like last generation's Dave Grohl. He's like the dad of rock and roll for the last generation.
Okay,
because
I can get behind that. Yeah.
He was like always there for the Clash. I don't know, from a punk side, he was always there for the Clash. He was there for Against Me. Like,
really?
He was friends with Laura Jane Grace pre-transition because his son was a huge Against Me fan, and they became like really good friends.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, no, and like from anything that I've ever heard, he's just one of the nicest guys, and he's like totally behind almost anything to do with rock music and getting like more people into rock music and getting kids into rock music and that type of stuff. So.
I dig his saxophonist Clarence Clements.
Oh yeah,
holy shit, that guy's phenomenal. Rest in peace, Clarence. But like, dude, that guy was
I think
hyper
his
talented.
nephew is the new.
Is he touring with them?
Yeah, is a new saxophonist.
It's pretty great, actually. It's like with Van Halen. Van Halen's son, Lars. I don't know Van Halen's son.
Yeah.
Van Halen's son is named something weird. I think he dated this like celebrity chef that was an actor in like the 90s. I don't remember her name, but like they had this kid, and he's like this absolute unit of a dude. But if you ever buy Guitar Hero Van Halen, he's actually in the game. It's weird. His like actual character is modeled.
Wolfgang Van Halen.
That's it. That's the one. Yep. No, I don't know. You're rich. You can name your kid whatever you want. I think Frank Zappa named his kids all like. Frank Zappa is one I gotta talk about. I love Zappa's work, especially Joe's Garage. Probably one of my favorite albums of all time. That's a weird one. I put the title track Joe's Garage on my St. Patrick's Day drinking playlist because that's just that's a party song right there. That's kind of like, I don't know. That's like TV Party in a way. It's just kind of like got this whole story, this build up, and it introduces you to this whole concept album. By the way, I don't know how big of a Zappa guy you are.
I go back and forth. Like I respect Zappa. I've listened to
Zappa's
a couple
great.
of things. I just don't listen to it regularly.
See, Zappa did amazing things for just the arts industry in general.
Oh yeah.
I love how anti-censorship he is, and I retain that to this day. I mean,
it's the same thing with
how
Twisted Sister.
Yeah. No, I mean
like I liked Twisted Sister, and then I got a whole new respect for them after doing a bit more research.
I know. It's like Zappa was just he was a fucking multi-talented like instrumentalist too. The guy was insane. And yeah, no, Joe's Garage. If I could recommend anything, I'd love to own that one on vinyl. Zap Records has it. It's like $60.
Yeah.
Which is still not a bad price. It's actually not a bad price.
Yeah.
I think it's an earlier pressing. It's not an original, but it's from like the 80s or something like that. But like I love Zappa, and I'd love to own that album on vinyl for sure. And like I don't know. Poor guy died of cancer. That
sucks.
lung. Like I don't know if it was prostate cancer or if it was
prostate. You mean?
You say sabotage, I say sabotage. Anyway, yeah.
Butthole cancer.
Butthole cancer. I think Frank Zappa died of butthole cancer, which is pretty funny because he was a very, very, very critical of the anti-smoking campaigns. But he smoked like 3 packs a day, easy. He was nuts. He was all for the tobacco, man. And as I was saying, like the richer you are, the more popular you are, the more you just don't give a shit. You can name your kids whatever you want.
Yeah.
He named his firstborn son Dweezil.
Dweezil, get over here.
Guess what? Funny story about this. The doctors would not let him legally name his son Dweezil. So he had to name him something like Ian.
Oh my god.
And Ian came from like another like musician friend of his. And then like when Dweezil was 4 and found out that his birth name was supposed to be Dweezil, he demanded he had it changed back to Dweezil.
Beautiful.
So he went to court. Frank Zappa went to court so that Dweezil could be named Dweezil. He also named his daughter Moon Unit. So I mean Moon Unit Zappa, like yo, fuck.
I love this.
Frank Zappa is.
I love this.
Frank Zappa's my favorite. He's.
Oh,
but I mean, he's kind
blessing.
of controversial.
Yeah.
Vice had a bit on him. It's like he's essentially the human form of a free mustache ride T-shirt. He's kind of like, all right, that's kind of funny, I guess, but that's kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
He has his moments, but I fucking love Frank Zappa. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Something about we keep going off on tangents.
We keep on going off.
That's kind of how a lot of these conversations go.
That's fine.
This is arguably the most raw, uncut, and totally just like unprepared episode of End of the Week.
Yeah.
We don't have any general topics. We're just going for it.
Yeah, exactly. I did want to talk about one thing.
Yeah, you mentioned Disney movies.
I want to talk about Disney a bit.
I mean, I kind of have nothing to talk about. But
you have nothing to talk about?
No.
Okay, have you seen the trailer for the new movie?
Yeah.
I
don't know what the actor's name is, but I'm happy they got him back to do Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
Cummings. Something Cummings. I'm going to look it up right now. Because it was literally in my fucking head yesterday, and I forgot.
No, I remember seeing that. I'm just like, oh, shit, that's the original voice.
Yeah, I go, Christopher Robin. I'm just like, oh, shit.
Straight up, I don't know why. Okay, so, fun fact, Winnie the Pooh was a huge part of my childhood. Like,
really?
Yeah, no, my mom loved...
Jim Cummings.
Jim Cummings?
Jim
okay.
Cummings.
Yeah, no, my mom loved Winnie the Pooh, so I got a lot of Winnie the Pooh stuff. Just that sort of just pure, happy, whimsical type of feel to it. I don't know. But
Gotta be honest with you. I watched a lot of Disney movies when I was really young. Could not remember a lot from them because
Yeah.
after I turned like 6, I kind of stopped giving a shit about Disney. I moved on to other things. I don't know. A lot of people still go back and watch The Lion King. To me, The Lion King, I haven't seen The Lion King since I was like 3 years old. I've never.
What?
Yeah, it's been 15 years since I last saw The Lion
You
King.
need to go back and rewatch
No,
a
I'm
bunch of
okay.
Disney movies.
You know the one I watched like when I was like fairly recently, I'd say maybe 5 or 6 years ago, is Aladdin.
Aladdin's okay.
You know, golden era Disney was the 90s.
yeah, the Renaissance.
The
yeah.
Renaissance, right? Like I remember Aladdin fondly. That's probably one of my favorites.
Mhm.
But like I don't know. I don't really. I guess like I watched all these when I was younger at my grandparents' house because she had them all on VHS, right?
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, no. So back to Christopher Robin's. I got teary eyed a bit.
you got teary-eyed. I really getting.
I don't know why. I think it's just that voice, kind of.
That's gonna be a weird one.
That's
I don't know how you're
yeah.
gonna. I don't know how you're gonna do a. From what I took away, it was essentially like that Mary Poppins movie they did a couple of years ago, where Tom Hanks played Walt Disney trying to buy the rights.
Yes, and I
remember that was
actually
what was
enjoyed that
Saving
movie.
Mr. Banks?
Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that movie
I haven't
a lot.
seen it, and to me, it was gonna come off a lot like that. And then all of a sudden, Winnie the Pooh comes out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, what the?
See, that's
fuck?
what I was thinking as well. But then I'm just like, okay, no. So they're doing it as like Winnie shows up when Christopher Robbins gets older. Because Christopher Robbins is the actual boy character.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the,
I mean, like,
in the book.
he's based off a real guy. Like,
yeah,
you know.
exactly. But
Um,
yeah, no, I'm interested to see how they do it. I don't know. I'm mixed on Disney's live action movies.
You ever watch a Marvel movie? It's probably their best kind of movie. Probably
Yeah.
their best kind of live action movie because they
Also-
developed a formula,
Oh yeah, they did.
and that's why I don't like Marvel movies anymore because it's just always the same fucking movie. I don't understand like how these people like.
See, but then I was talking to Wayne, and he's like, "I like the formula that they got. It's
No,
good.
I don't like
It's-
seeing that every fucking movie though. It's not fun. It's like, dude, I know you.
See,
it's-
that's it. That's the difference between you and me. Is that yes, I like to be challenged when I go to see movies,
I'm gonna start
but
it
then,
off. I'm gonna explain the formula, by the way, for
Yeah.
those who are unsure of what the fuck I'm
but
talking about.
but then like I don't know. I go to see a Marvel movie, and I'm kind of happy with just getting what I expect from a Marvel movie.
Here's what we go. All right, meet our main character. Something's things are going all right. Could be better. All right, we find out about something that can probably make this guy's life a lot better or worse. We meet the main antagonist. He has a diabolical plan. We cut to the origin story of this hero basically turning in to the hero. And then, he figures out that he has to, defeat the bad guy. And then he defeats the bad guy, or does he? There's an ending credit scene. Which Marvel movie did I describe?
I was gonna say you just described the hero's journey, which is the basis of all Western literature.
Fine. Fine. I'm just saying,
Because
with Disney,
you
it's
also just described Harry Potter. You also just described the Hunger Games.
Yeah, and can I tell you something? I haven't seen Harry Potter since I was like 10 years old, and I have no interest in.
You've also just described Kick-Ass. I'm literally looking at every single
every
movie
comic
on
book
here.
movie follows
No,
that
no, not
structure, dude.
not just comic book movies. I'm looking at almost any movie there. Get Smart follows that formula. The Goonies follows that formula.
Alien versus Predator.
Alien vs. Predator kind of follows that formula.
Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar definitely follows that formula.
Actually, I have not seen Harold and Kumar in years, so I don't remember. Halloween.
Halloween, okay, that's different.
That was your exception.
There's an exception. There are a couple exceptions. Like horror movies, that kind of delves into a different thing.
I'm just saying though, even the sequels follow that formula. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
they don't even do anything different. I don't
Okay,
know.
anyways.
Okay, I'm not a fan of these Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I'm bored with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm not at all excited to go see Infinity War.
See, I thought you would be excited to go
My
see Infinity War
girlfriend's
because they're going to kill like half of the cast and shake things up.
My girlfriend's gonna cry. I know when I
Yeah.
go. Listen, shout out to Emma, hardcore fan of like these Marvel movies. As someone that grew up knowing the comic book characters and kind of how things went in those story arcs, I expect more. And what Disney does in these movies is they take all these story arcs and they blend them together. And
Yeah, they gotta play 'em
They,
safe.
they shit out a movie. They shit out like a critic safe movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they have to play it safe because like these are big budget movies.
Oh man, and like here's the thing is that
The
they-
most recent time that they didn't play it safe with Marvel.
Yeah.
With Marvel, let's clarify that, was Thor Ragnarok. And even then, that was safe. at some points. But the part that wasn't safe was the comedy, and it was because of the director. Half
like
of
the
the comedy
director.
in that movie was improv.
You know the director was in the movie?
Yeah, I know the director
He
was
played
in
the
it.
stone guy.
He's always in
He's
his
from
movies.
New Zealand.
He was in,
I fucking love
yeah,
that.
no, he's his movie What We Do in the Shadows is hilarious.
Never seen it.
And it's all improv. That entire movie is improv.
That can work and that can fail. Like
That-
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
They just developed a narrative, and then I'm not talking about the good Ghostbusters from the 80s. I'm talking about the shitty one with Kristen Wiig
Yeah.
and Melissa McCarthy. Whoever. I'm sorry, Melissa McCarthy's not funny.
I'm not a huge fan of her.
She's like a
either.
fat Amy. She's like an even fatter Amy Schumer. Jokes about her vagina and weight. That's it. That's all you're getting. Is that really what female comics can bring to the table? Come on, you can do better.
I was about to say, like, I look at Liza Schlesinger.
Oh, she's pretty funny.
She's hilarious.
Oh, she's hilarious, actually. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she.
Like, there are really funny female comics. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying, why are the ones that get famous?
The bad ones, like
yeah,
Sarah
the lowest
Silverman.
common denominator.
Like Sarah Silverman. She was married to like Jimmy Kimmel.
Like,
for
we
a
got
bit, I
Tina
mean.
Fey.
Tina Fey's pretty funny too.
Tina Fey's hilarious.
Tina Fey's pretty funny too. I'm just saying, like, you take like Amy Schumer. I can't stand Amy Schumer. Someone made a tweet the other day, and it essentially like, it's a picture of Amy Schumer wearing this like leather suit. It's like a clip from one of her stand-up bits, and the caption.
All leather, yeah, the leather
It's like
special.
it's like a clip from her going. I was like, when a guy puts your pee in your pussy and you fart. I'm like, that's every Amy Schumer joke.
And I don't know why people get so angry when, like, you try to say I don't think Amy Schumer's funny.
Yeah, honestly, because she's not funny. I'm sorry. She's just like, there's no
like. Okay, let me put it this way. I've watched a couple episodes of Inside Amy Schumer. The one that I enjoyed the most was the 12 Angry Men bit, where it was like Jeff Goldblum was in it.
Okay, anything with Jeff Goldblum was good by default.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But it was it was them all trying to decide whether or not Amy Schumer was hot.
In fact, I'm sorry.
And that was some of the best You know what? Maybe it's just her delivery, because some of the stuff that I found out that she's written is hilarious. I don't think she's a good stand-up. I think she can write.
Oh man, I don't know.
I don't know.
You know Steve-O's,
I don't know.
You know Steve-O's doing stand-up comedy now?
Yes.
That's I haven't heard any of it.
I've seen a bit of it. It's physical. It's all physical. He like gets the fattest guy in the audience to come up on stage and body slam him.
Okay, come on. That's
I don't know. It's weird, but
is
it's
that really
exactly
is that really stand-up then? I mean,
it's
like,
what you would expect Steve-O stand-up to be.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I expected him to actually go up and tell jokes and like, hey man, can you come up and body slam me? Yeah, are you how much you weigh? 280? Come on up here.
I mean, like, there's bits.
I
He
don't
was
know.
talking about it on Game Grumps because he came on to Game Grumps.
course
and
he
did a
did.
whole bit about it.
You know,
Okay, but
you know
yeah.
who would be a good guest star on Game Grumps? John Jafari. I don't know if y'all know him. He's a pretty funny dude. You know,
They had Finn Wolfhard from
I'm talking
Stranger
about
Things on.
JonTron.
JonTron? Oh, bringing JonTron back.
It's like the only time I watched Game Grumps is when JonTron was co-hosting. Ugh, that was the golden era. The fucking Space Jam episode is my favorite.
Oh my
When
god.
they're playing Space Jam on the PS1. I don't know what it is. It's just JonTron, like John Jafari.
I
man,
go back and forth on JonTron's
He went on such a hiatus.
time on Game Grumps. I like his solo stuff. I
Anytime,
love his solo stuff.
anytime JonTron uploads a new video, I'm like, that's it.
Yep.
He goes on these long ass hiatuses though. It's
Oh,
like,
it's annoying.
He's just like figuring out what to do. And the thing is
Yeah.
like he's upped his production game phenomenally. Like it's just
Mhm.
it's crazy how fucking insane he gets with his like shit now. It's like
Mhm.
the Flex Tape episode.
Oh,
Holy
Flex Tape
fuck.
was
The
hilarious.
Flex Tape episode. He based an entire like 15-minute video on a bad infomercial, like 2 bad infomercials, and it was the fucking greatest thing.
It was hilarious.
Oh my god, it was so good. I saw this boat in half. Like,
Okay.
okay, all right. No, I don't know what it is, man. JonTron's
Mhm.
humor is just a lot of it. I say the guy's a bit of an inspiration on me personally.
Oh yeah.
I take a lot of his sort of like comedic styles and I incorporate them in a lot of my delivery. But JonTron's fucking great, and I wish that they would have him back on Game Grumps. When we're talking about stand-up comedians,
Disney.
well, that's right, we tangented way off.
We tangented
How did we
way
get
off.
from Disney to Amy Schumer's vagina?
because
Tune in
of-
next week.
La, 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 la.
Same bat time, same bat channel. All right.
But yeah, you know what? Like, I go back and forth. Tron Legacy, I know a lot of people didn't really enjoy it. I like it. It's
didn't
okay.
mind it. I mean, like the first.
You know what? The first Pirates of the Caribbean.
Never seen
I
it.
actually really love that
Can I
movie.
tell you something? I've not seen a single Pirates of the Caribbean
I
movie.
love the first one.
Kind of stay away from them. Really intrigued by them, just never had the time.
The first one's really funny. The
Yeah.
first one, I will say, is...
I was gonna say when the Winnie the Pooh trailer dropped and I saw Ewan McGregor, I was like, I love him. Oh, Ewan McGregor's probably
yeah.
my favorite actor, male actor. I love Trainspotting. You ever watch? Did you see Trainspotting too?
I haven't seen Trainspotting.
You know
2
what?
Yet, no.
Critics gave it like a 7 out of 10. It's probably like an 8. It's not as good as the first one for sure, but it is still a really solid movie. They
Yeah.
took a lot of the first one had a lot of artistic choices that were sort of they resonated with the time period.
Yeah.
They made a lot of sense in the 90s. The new one has a lot of artistic choices that make sense in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
2016, whenever that movie came out. Like more of a modern artistic choice than say like but there was still a lot of weird shit about that movie, but still like a really solid follow up. Kind of had very little to nothing to do with the second book and the actual Trainspotting like series written by Irvine Welsh. The second book was called Porno, and it was about basically Renton and the gang need a way to make money, so they can buy
like a
more heroin, so they start filming pornos. That's the story. And then the third book is called Skag Boys, and it's a prequel story. And I think what they did in Trainspotting 2 was like Renton comes back from living in Amsterdam, and his life goes to shit. Like he lived in Amsterdam for a bit, I think, and then his life went to shit, and he has to end up living with the one of the people he betrayed, Sick Boy. Sick Boy wants Renton dead. I don't know how familiar you are with the first Trainspotting.
No, not that familiar.
Oh, it's like one of my favorite movies. So I'm gonna basically run down Trainspotting. About a bunch of heroin addicts, trying to get clean. Very, very interesting takes on like all of these characters. Like these are some of the best written characters in any movie. I forgot the name of the director slipping me, but he does phenomenal work. And basically, the climax of this movie is the main character Francis, or one of the main characters Francis, finds about a score on how they can make like a shit ton of money by selling heroin. Mark Renton had already gotten off of heroin, so he's like, no, I'm not gonna do this. I have a real job now. I'm gonna actually work for my money, and they convince him to do it because they tell him what he's gonna get. Like his cut's gonna be something like $6,000, right?
Yeah.
So he's like,
Pretty
all right,
good.
fine, sure, why not? So he goes and does this. He ends up shooting heroin to see if it's any good, see what like they're gonna get out of it. And what he ends up doing is betraying all of them and just stealing all the money and running off and starting a life of his own. And that's how the second movie opens up. He's in a gym and he has a heart attack.
Oh shit.
And he collapses on the floor of the gym. And the rest of the movie is him basically. He goes back to Scotland from Amsterdam and just kind of tries to, get his life, sort of like, reconnect with his old friends. He meets up with his buddy, Spud. Spud was the dumbass in the last movie. Spud was like the guy who was so fucked up by drugs. He literally talked like this in a Scottish accent. He could not speak. He cannot speak. He talked like this. You can understand what this guy was saying. His Scottish accent was so thick, and his character was so fucked up by drugs. He's just like mumbling all the time. So he comes back, finds that Spud, his life has just gone down the shitter. Wife left him. Kid doesn't want to talk to him. Kind of fell out of his rehab sort of stuff, and he basically Renton finds him and he's trying to suffocate himself. With a plastic bag, and it's a pretty funny scene. It shouldn't be funny, but it's pretty funny. So literally,
I love my dark humor.
Literally, like it's not supposed to be funny. It just ended up being funny. Like what happens is Renton knocks on the door, right? He sees that, and he's like, "Where's Spud?" He looks in there and he sees that Spud has a fucking plastic bag tied around his head, and he's like suffocating. He's like, "Spud!" He fucking kicks down the door, right?
Okay,
and Spud sees Renton and just vomits. By the way, there's a plastic bag on his head.
So he just full on jackass.
So he just full on just like, whoa! Like, and you're just, it's kind of like, it's fucked up, but it's a part of me was like, wow, fuck,
that's funny.
That's kind of funny. And then like the rest of the scene's like, you fucking asshole, why did you do that? That whole sort of like, why wouldn't you just let me finish, right? Like, honestly though, watch Trainspotting 2, good one. As I was saying, Ewan McGregor's in the new Winnie the Pooh movie. I love that guy's acting. He is a good actor. Moving on.
What I really do want to talk about Disney-wise, though, is sort of the cult Disney movies.
Ah, yes, the cult classics.
So, like, these are the obscure ones that, like, kind of get pushed under the rug and that Disney like isn't really proud to talk about, or like they do but they don't make a huge deal about them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like Disney kind of had a period where they were taking like old literature and just kind of throwing it and adapting it. They also had some original concepts that worked quite well.
Like the Goofy movie. I've gone back and I've watched the Goofy movie.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
No. Okay, so I
That's
went back.
not
and,
what I was talking about. Go on though.
I went back and rewatched the Goofy movie. Yo, that is such a good movie.
That was Disney Renaissance though, in the 90s.
That was but that was like that was end of the Renaissance. That was like into this sort of we want to be hip. We got to be hip Disney type of thing. And it was based off of Goof Troop, their show from the Disney Afternoon. Like,
was that the Disney Afternoon?
Yeah, that was their TV show.
It was the one Disney Afternoon show that didn't get a video game from the Nintendo Entertainment System. Shame.
Yeah.
Shame. I think they got a Super Nintendo one. I don't remember.
But yeah, no.
Scooby, stop fucking kicking my mic stand. Go.
The writing.
Sorry, the dog's here.
Yeah, it's okay. The writing in that movie is solid. I love the genuine connections between Goofy and Max. Like Max is Goofy's son, and then Max and the love interest of the movie, Roxanne.
Can I tell you something?
You haven't seen it.
Never seen the Goofy movie.
You need to watch it.
I think my grandma has it on like VHS or something.
It's really good. What other ones? Treasure Planet.
Oh, that's one I love.
I love Treasure Planet
I forgot about that one.
Everybody forgets about Treasure Planet.
You know what another good one was?
That movie.
You know what another good one was that no one remembers? Atlantis with Michael J. Fox.
Atlantis is
that
so
one
good.
Kicks ass.
Okay, this for whatever reason, Disney went into this whole sort of steampunk fantasy.
There was a point when Disney movies were fucking cool in like 2005. Like, dude, like
and
go
it was
back.
So weird, but it was amazing.
Go back and watch Treasure Planet. Because guess what? You ever read Treasure Island? It's the same.
It's the
exact same. It's just
you know what?
It's just great.
Like there's one character in that movie who's supposed to be like the crazy guy. It's the robot.
Is it the cyborg chef?
No. The cyborg chef's awesome. It's a robot with the
C-3PO looking dude.
Yeah, the C3. He's kind of annoying, but oh well, he's there for story reasons.
He's the comic relief. Him and that red blob thing, which I haven't seen that movie since I was like 6 years old.
I rewatched it like a year ago, and you know what? It still holds up.
I need to watch it again.
Still holds up. Still super good.
I have it on DVD somewhere, but I gotta go back and watch that. That was a childhood favorite. You know my favorite? Atlantis.
Atlantis was
so good. Oh man! And then they made a shitty sequel.
Well, you know what the sequel was supposed to be?
What?
It was supposed to be like the first couple episodes of an Atlantis TV series.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
That got canceled, so they strung it all together as a movie.
That makes so much sense because the
animation
is trash.
The animation's trash, and it's going from like one story to another story really fast.
And they push it out. They pushed it out.
So no, I think what it was is that like the TV show was in production just after the movie came out, and then apparently the movie didn't do as well as they were hoping it would do.
Yeah.
So
go back and watch Atlantis, everyone.
So then like the TV show got canceled, so they just turned all of that work that had already been done into a direct to DVD
I
movie.
hate that. That was the Disney dark age right there. They just started pushing out absolute fucking toilet onto DVD. Like the late 2000s or mid 2000s.
Oh, they had been doing that before that.
I know.
Doing crappy sequels.
The Aladdin sequels were garbage. There was like 3
Except
Aladdin
for
movies.
One of them. It was the very last one. It was because it was a follow-up to the TV show.
Oh, that's right.
And the TV show was pretty good.
I never watched it. Like I said, I don't know. Like I didn't have Disney Channel growing up. I had the Family Channel.
Yeah.
Which didn't really play a lot of like 90s Disney reruns. It was for the most part like early 2000s. They're like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Hannah Montana.
Yeah, or whatever was already out at the time.
All the live action shitty Disney sitcoms, like, you know. Or yeah.
What else did they have? I think it was Nickelodeon. Ned's Declassified School Survival
Guide.
That
show kicks ass.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great show. Oh, I haven't seen that since I was like 8 years old. Oh, that was on Family too.
What was that one? It was a crime procedural TV series about a hall monitor.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know you know exactly what I'm talking about.
The Black kid was
with
the
the
main
black
character.
kid and the goth
I
sidekick.
remember. Oh, but I don't know the name. I gotta look that up. Dude, that show kicked ass. Holy fuck.
And I remember, like, I don't know. I kind of want to get the entire series.
If it exists, like,
I
yo.
want it, and I want to watch it just to know if it's as good as I'm remembering it.
It probably wasn't. But that's the thing, right? Nostalgia will make it good.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get the nostalgia goggles, and it'll be like, wow, all right, this is exactly how I remember it. Hall monitor. I'm gonna look that up. Disney Channel Hall monitor. What show does it give you? Fillmore.
Fillmore. That's
Fillmore
it.
was the name of the show. That was a cool show. It was the final,
and it was like it was treated seriously. It was written, acted, and everything seriously. Like I can already visualize the characters right now. Yep. That's exactly what I'm thinking about.
I just Wikipedia'd it. No. Wicked show.
Yeah.
I remember that. There was an episode that sticks with me, and I kind of reminded, because, like, the character that they were investigating was somebody that did a lot of shit with he just vandalized shit with a permanent marker.
Yes.
I don't know why that stuck with me, but, like, that episode I remember to this day. The problem was there was an artist at the school that they were hall monitors at, and, basically, the guy with the permanent marker kind of, like, drew a mustache on the painting, and everyone thought the artwork was great. You know, it's like, wow, that mustache really makes the character. And the artist was like, no, that mustache isn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And they're just like, what? And then there's a whole fucking thing about it. And I remember that episode so well. And I'm like, why? Why did that stick with me? But yeah, I remember Fillmore. Fillmore was cool. What else is there?
Movie-wise, I'm going through a couple movies right now. This isn't Disney, but it's still an awesome one. Iron Giant.
Yeah, I mean,
Iron Giant gets a lot more love now, which is awesome.
Iron Giant, the only animated movie to make me cry.
Yeah.
It made my dad cry. It made my hard-ass dad cry. Jay Gomes shed a tear watching that when I was like 2 years old.
Vin Diesel made Jay Gomes
You
shed a tear.
stay. I go. No follow. Oh, don't die, Giant. Scooby, what is your problem?
He wants attention.
I'm not giving you attention. I gotta record a podcast, doggo.
Scooby, come here.
Come here. Iron Giant was wicked too. Brad Bird did that one, and then he did The Incredibles. Holy fuck, Incredibles 2!
I'm so excited.
Oh,
See,
it's gonna be
when
good.
I said we were gonna do Disney, you were just like, I got nothing to talk about.
No, because I know what I thought you were gonna more talk about like the really obscure shit, like Black Cauldron, like a movie.
No.
Like I don't even.
I haven't seen Black Cauldron. I know I should see Black Cauldron, but I haven't seen Black Cauldron.
Like Robin Hood, where he's a fox. Like I don't.
That one's not that obscure.
No, I mean that's.
You know what's very a very strange IP for Disney? Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Like
that's a weird one.
because it's very like people know it.
Mm-hmm.
People really love it, but they don't really do a lot with it.
No, they do a lot. I mean, they don't do.
They did the TV show and they did a couple of direct-to-TV.
They don't do anything media related anymore.
Yeah.
But you go to any Hot Topic.
Oh yeah, well that's
go to
different.
Any Hot Topic and
okay. That's different. Merchandising is different than media.
Well, yeah, but
like,
I mean, I think Lilo and Stitch is still a very profitable thing.
Oh,
Disney,
it was.
Sure. No, even now, it's like
just,
with all the merchandise that like Lilo and Stitch.
Oh yeah.
And it's because I don't know, man. I think people find Stitch cute. I guess.
I find Stitch cute, and then I also just find the whole message of it very cute.
My sister's obsessed with it. I don't know.
I love Lilo and Stitch so much.
Matea. She's
and
really
you know what?
obsessed
I think Lilo and Stitch was one of those sort of Disney movies. Because you know how there's, like, the guy Disney movies and then the girl Disney movies?
Sure, yeah, I guess.
Okay, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast.
Can you,
Yep.
Just doing a test on the mic. Can you turn my gain up a little bit?
Turn your gain up a bit?
I've been quiet I think I've been a little quiet this whole time. I apologize.
Okay, turning your gain up just a bit.
Let's see. I don't know if that's much better or not.
I don't know. Let's just roll with it.
Let's roll with it. Okay,
We're
yeah. So, guy Disney movies, girl Disney movies. Go on.
Yeah, so, like, you know how a lot of the princess movies, like Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All those are considered girl Disney movies.
Anything with a pink tinge to it.
Yeah, and then, like, the guy Disney movies are stuff like Aladdin, Mulan to an extent.
You know what's funny to note, though, is that most of those Disney princess movies, like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, those are old fucking movies.
Those are old movies.
Those are really old. Like, all the guy Disney movie shit didn't come out until, like,
much later.
80s, 90s, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But yeah, no, like, Which movie was I talking about? I was
Can you
talking about
not do
Lilo
that-
and Stitch.
Can you not do that to my bag, Scooby?
I was talking about Lilo and Stitch.
Scooby, you dumbass.
Lilo and Stitch, I think, is one that's perfect in the middle
Yeah.
because you got the whole alien action side for guys,
Yeah.
and then you got like Lilo.
Okay, we gotta get Scooby out of here.
You got Lilo, who is an amazing character.
Knocked over a cup full of liquid, dude.
Hey, Scoobs.
Scooby.
Scoops.
Jesus Christ.
Go.
Scooby, fuck.
Lie down. Hey,
Scooby, lay down.
lie down.
Scooby.
Hey.
Aw.
Stop that.
He's smiling. Aw.
Stop that.
Sit down, you shit disturber.
But yeah, no, I think Lilo and Stitch is like the perfect in the middle.
I haven't seen it since I was like 6. Honestly, like I told you, man, I don't go back and
Yeah,
watch these Disney movies that often.
The TV show, I distinctly remember the TV show being awesome.
Yeah, I can tell you have all the DVDs on your shelf. I'm trying to make sure you have the one I'm about to talk about next.
Kim Possible, of course, was an amazing TV series, and the movies were pretty damn good as well.
Stitch in Time, boyo.
Stitch in Time.
It's on your shelf. You know one that I love, no one likes, but it's nostalgic for me because I got it as an Easter gift.
Okay.
Chicken Little.
I have a weird sort of like for Chicken Little. It's not exactly a love, but it's an appreciation.
I love it because I saw it at just the right age, and you know what? The video game, the tie-in video game
is actually pretty good.
Holy fuck! If you have a PS2 or a GameCube or an Xbox, like original,
Surprisingly good.
Go and seek that one out. Like, if you have your GameCube hooked up to your TV, like I still do, like go and seek out Chicken Little because it is a really surprisingly well done movie license game. Like it's a 3D platformer.
I think that was because it was done through Disney Interactive.
Probably they do great stuff, but like honest to God, like go and seek out that Chicken Little game because it is kick ass. Like it's really well done for a movie tie-in. Oh man, like that's one thing I want to talk about is the movie tie-in games.
Mm-hmm. Before we transition to that, there's just like two more movies specifically I really want to talk about. Hercules.
Oh yeah, that was great. I love that.
Yeah. See, again, like. A lot of people.
Well, no, yeah, because like you just forget about him. Like it was so long ago. Like, dude, I'm 18. I have a fucking full-time college thing I gotta go to. I got a job. I got other shit that I don't remember the Disney movies I watched when I was like 3-4 years old.
No, but here's the thing. Like, I don't know why, but as a kid, all the other Disney princesses, I'm just like, yeah, blah blah blah.
It's gonna be
fucking Megra from the
Meg.
love interest. Yeah, Meg from Hercules. I don't know why, but she always stuck in my memory
I want him up on the couch.
as one of the best love interests, I guess. I don't know. I really liked her because she had personality. She kicked ass.
Oh, she was pretty great.
She was awesome. And I don't know why she doesn't get sort of remembered and loved as much as she should, especially nowadays.
She really didn't have that sort of like, prettiness about her that made those Disney princesses so marketable. She wasn't really like a Jasmine.
She was a badass.
Jasmine was a badass, but
Jasmine was pretty badass.
She didn't have that marketability. Yeah. The thing with the Disney princesses that we're also familiar with is that they had that distinct style about them that made them sort of like you could put it on like a t-shirt, you could put it on a doll.
And that's the thing. Like I remember with Hercules having that weird sort of jazz / Greek.
Yeah, no, it was strange. I love that movie though. I love that Hercules movie.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What else?
Wow, you gotta relax, dog.
I'm just looking at a list of Disney animated movies now, and I'm coming up with a bunch of ones that.
I want to talk about Chicken Little a little bit. Honest to God,
talk about Chicken Little.
Chicken Little is, I think it was a remake of some old ass Disney cartoon from like the 30s or something like that.
Well, it's an old folktale.
It's a folktale. I think Disney adapted it once in like probably the 40s or 50s.
Yeah, something
like
that.
It was in colors. It was probably the 50s or 60s actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know why,
but they did this whole pop culture covered one. That's like, I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing. It's like they asked Pixar to do it. Pixar's like, fuck you. We're not doing this. Do you know what we're working on right now? We're trying to make Finding Nemo 2. Okay? We're trying to make a movie.
No. I think they were doing. What time was that? That was.
You know what's going on right now? We're trying to make WALL-E. We're trying to make WALL-E a reality.
Yeah, that was probably heading into WALL-E.
Okay, we don't have time for your fucking chicken movie. So Disney was like, all right, fuck, we'll do it ourselves. And it shows.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure it shows.
This
that
was
was
before they got as good as like Wreck-It Ralph, Tangled,
I think
Frozen.
I
that
think
type
at
of
this
stuff.
point Pixar was kind of sick of Disney's shit.
Yeah.
And they were trying to move on to other things, and then later on Disney was like, all right, listen, we're gonna buy you guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna take full ownership of you because you have some of our most profitable franchises, and what the fuck, like, why not, right? But for sure, like Chicken Little, I don't know, for whatever reason, I love that movie. I just love it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a love thing. It's like maybe I watched it at the right time, but say what you want about Zach Braff. He's kind of a interesting actor.
Okay,
writer,
you know what
sort of guy.
really sticks with me as well.
What?
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, fuck Chicken Little. We gotta talk about that one for a
Emperor's
minute.
New Groove.
Oh, that's a good one. David Spade.
David Spade is
Hello.
in it. Who else?
You
is
ruined my
in that?
groove. Love that.
Who else is in it?
Patrick Warburton
Patrick Warburton
plays
as,
Kronk.
As
Kronk. John Goodman's in that one. He plays Pancha.
Okay.
Pacha, whatever is it? Pacha, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Kronk. Can we both agree that Kronk is like one of the best movie henchmen ever?
Oh man. Because he's like on both sides.
Spinach puffs.
My spinach puffs. No, my favorite. Patrick Warburton plays like kind of the same role, and
Oh yeah.
except for
In a
maybe
lot of
Family Guy.
Yeah. Family Guy's different, but that Family
Peter.
Guy subverts
Peter, I'm
everything.
handicapped. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's his shtick. Wow, Scooby, you want to say something to the
Yeah,
podcast?
no, like
You're a little whimpery there, bud. You gotta chill. You gotta fucking
he's actually
relax.
holding Scooby up to the
You
microphone.
gotta relax. He's whimpering like.
But yeah, no, like the animation in Emperor's New
Dude.
Groove is great.
Did you ever watch the Emperor's New School?
Yes.
That was pretty good too.
It was pretty good.
That was like an interesting like. They did a whole Scooby Doo riff where they go to like Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
It was like a haunted, like abandoned village, and they did like a the whole thing, the Scooby Doo thing, the pop song. It's like it's with me to this day. It's like Michu Pachu, oh he's gonna get you or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's stuck with me. It's in my head. It's permanently like embedded in my brain.
And like, okay, I will say Emperor's New Groove gets a bit more love than some of the other ones that we've mentioned, just because I see people like cosplaying it all the time. And when I went to Disney, like I was surprised how many people I saw dressed up in like Yzma Kronk outfits.
Cusco.
Cusco.
Do you see anybody? No, fuck. What was it? Oh man, I just blanked on it. Arguably David Spade's best role since Joe Dirt. I'm Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt's a shit movie. Don't watch it.
And then this one's not on that level. The Aristocrats. The
Oh,
Aristocats.
I haven't seen Aristocats since I was like 2, man. You got
I
any of these older
yeah,
Disney?
same. I haven't seen it since
it's
I
like-
was 2, but I have like specific memories of this movie for some reason. Like specifically the very sketchy art style that it's done in.
Yeah.
The jazz, like it was done at the same time. I don't think it was done at the same time as 1001 Dalmatians or 101
Dalmatians.
But it looks almost like they were made at the exact same time. I don't know. It's weird. Brother Bear.
Oh, you want to know something funny about Brother Bear?
Yeah.
You know who played the 2 mooses in that movie?
Yeah.
Bob and Doug
Doug
McKenzie. Bob and Doug. Aren't their names Bob and Doug in that movie? Isn't that the joke?
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
I'm gonna look that one up.
I'm just looking at a couple other ones. That
All
we
right,
got
hey,
here.
welcome back to the Great White North. Hey, I'm Boggs, my brother Doug. How's it going, eh? Fucking Strange Brew is one of my favorite movies of all time. That's
Bolt.
Fuck off. No. No.
You don't like Bolt?
No.
I like.
No. I don't like Bolt. No.
I have a weird love for Bolt.
I like a Brother Bear. Real
Brother
quick.
Bear's pretty good. I remember having the soundtrack.
Didn't Elton John do that one?
I don't know.
Who has so Elton John did some? Let me look.
Meet the Robinsons.
You can't use the word Indian.
No.
I'm looking at the fucking Wikipedia description right now. They called them Indians in this movie. I'm like, no.
No.
Sorry. The names of the moose in that movie are Rut and Took, not Bob and Doug.
You still got a Canadian bit in there with Took.
Took. Hey, I'm right. This is Took. Michael Clark Duncan's in this one. I gotta go back and watch this. Fuck. And someone from the Lion King musical plays a character. I don't know.
Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, I skipped that one. That was like,
skipped that
was
one?
that a Pixar?
No, that was a Disney.
That was a Disney one,
That
right?
was a Disney. I remember seeing it in theaters and just being like, it's okay. The only thing that really sticks out from that movie is the T-Rex being mind controlled, going, "I have a big head and little arms."
Music by Phil Collins. Ah,
Yes!
that's who I was thinking of.
Was this at the same time that he was doing Tarzan?
No, Tarzan was earlier. Tarzan's a good one too. Tarzan, is this on your shelf? No, Tarzan 2 is.
Tarzan 2 is.
Tarzan 2 I didn't see. Tarzan 1, oh banger. Yo, Tarzan 1, there's a bit of a, I paid attention to this a while ago because someone made a valid point. People think that Tarzan's parents are the king and queen from Frozen because they got lost at sea. And that, I don't know, it's plausible.
I don't know. I think you're digging pretty deep into some.
I mean, no, because like if you look at the character art of the
yes,
Frozen
I
King
totally-
of Queen, they are like identical to the Tarzan.
Yes.
I mean, that's probably not how it was in the books. This is Disney lore. This is Disney canon.
Disney.
You know. Oh man, I love the whole like interconnected like storyline that the Pixar movies have.
Yeah.
The Cracked, you know, you saw that one Cracked After Hours where they're just talking
yeah.
about like, you know.
You know what's a fun one for me? Because a lot of people forget that it's a Disney movie. I'm not 100% sure if it's a Disney movie. National Treasure. Check it. I have it right down there.
I think it's
It's under Scooby-Doo.
yeah, I see it. National Treasure. My brother bear right next to it too.
Yeah.
Walt Disney. Yep.
It's a Disney movie.
You know one that's weird?
I love National
This
Treasure.
is a weird one. I don't know if this technically qualifies as a Disney movie. It was released in North America under Disney, not animated by Disney. Not even animated by Pixar.
No,
No.
Oh.
Different movie. Not National
no,
Treasure.
Oh,
No.
okay. I was about to say.
Have you ever heard of Valiant?
No. Let me look this up right now.
Valiant is a movie that takes place in World War II. Stars Ewan McGregor, my fave, as a pigeon. And the whole thing with Valiant, it's about messenger pigeons in World War II.
Fuck, I remember
You
seeing
know
this movie.
You know what this movie is. All right,
Yes.
good. I thought I was the only one.
Let me see. Distributor. Yep,
Walt Disney. It was released under Walt Disney in North America, but everywhere else,
it has Tim Curry in it.
Tim Curry's in it. Dude, all-star cast. Like, this movie had a great cast. And the weird thing, I think Gervais is in. Ricky Gervais plays is in that movie too.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor. Let me go into the more section here. Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais is in it. He plays like the secondary character.
John Cleese.
Dude, great cast.
This is like World War II messenger pigeons dealing with Nazis and.
Oh, it's so fucking weird. Dude, can I tell you this story? My little Scarborough ass got a bootleg copy of this movie from the greatest mall on planet Earth, Pacific Mall in Scarborough, which, by the way, I don't know.
We are deeply disturbed that Pacific Mall has this reputation.
Oh my gosh. The funny thing, so Pacific Mall, for those uninitiated in the Scarborough lore, is a mall wholly operated by Chinese people. Nothing wrong with that. However, the merchandise, like 80-90% of the merchandise that they're peddling at this place is counterfeit.
Yeah.
And they market it as legit. But my favorite store was the movie store. Because the movie store had movies that were in theaters. Or, like, not in theaters yet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they got copies of Garfield the movie, like, 2 months before it came out. But I ended up knowing what happened in Garfield the movie 2 months before it came out. At the time,
I'm not sure
I
if you want to be gloating about that.
I mean, like, yo, I was a pretty cool kid. Garfield the movie, by the way, is trash. Don't watch it. I think my brother smashed our Pacific Mall copy because he fucking was like, Garfield the movie, this is cancer. He like threw it on the floor and it broke.
You know what? You know what always is funny to me about that movie?
What?
Garfield dancing around to the Black Eyed Peas.
I was gonna say my favorite part of that movie is Bill Murray thought he was being directed by the Coen brothers.
Yes.
Because I think the name of the director was like Joel Coen. It's like Joel Coen or something like that.
Something like that.
And Bill Murray in his like in his like Bloody Mary drunken stupor was like, "Oh, Coen brothers are directing this one. I guess I gotta be in it."
Yeah, directing a Garfield.
Why would the
movie.
Coen brothers direct a Garfield movie?
I think he said that just to cover
His ass. It's like
Yeah.
what actually happened was, hey, the paycheck's good. Hey, Bill, your career's kind
I
of
was
in
gonna
the
say because he did it twice.
That's right. He did Garfield too. He
You know what,
willingly
that-
did Garfield too. What the
No.
fuck?
You know what? That may have been contract. That may have been contract.
They might have locked him into a contract.
I'm going through like everything.
Anyway,
here now.
the thing I wanted to get to about Pacific Mall was that my parents have a funny story. They were there in the middle of a sting.
Oh God, yes, I remember you telling me.
So
this story
JoJo
once.
and Jay, my parents, my lovely parents, were walking through Pacific Mall, and they were in the video store that they had there, and there was like murmurings of a police sting, like the cops are gonna show up and bust everyone for counterfeiting. So you know what they did at this video store? Fucking pulled the little rascals and hit everything and made it look like they were selling other merchandise. They flipped over the boxes of movies. They had like plates glued to them and everything like that, like cutlery and shit. You're not listening. Listen to this story.
I am listening
They-
because I've heard this a couple times.
They got like, you know, they flipped they flipped everything in this store to look like they're selling like cutlery and like, you know, glassware and shit. And they're selling bootleg movies. And a lot of my movies. My copy of Madagascar is weird because it's the Chinese cut, and the Chinese cut's weird. Chinese
How?
cut is not the same as the North American cut. There are some really fucked up like dubs from, I'm pretty sure, Ben Stiller and Chris Rock. I don't know if they took them from pre-existing Ben Stiller and Chris Rock movies where they're swearing at one another.
Oh
but
my
for
God.
sure, the dialogue, oh man, you turn on the subtitles on any of those Chinese bootleg movies, you're gonna get some amazing shit. It's like they just took the Chinese dialogue and ran it through Google Translate. It's like, good enough, you know? That's what they stuck with, because there's scenes, or it's like subtitles from a completely different movie. That's the best. You go down to the rating section, like, you know, I'm gonna grab a random DVD off Duncan's shelf. Go down to the bottom,
Series.
grab a movie. Sorry. The Abyss. You get on any movie box,
Yes.
they have a section with like the credits and like the casting and who produced it.
Mhm.
If you go down on my copy of Madagascar, which I got from Pacific Mall,
Yeah.
it's a completely different movie. Cast, completely different director. It's like directed by James Cameron, rated R. It's like they literally gave me my copy of Madagascar is
Of
literally
James Cameron's Madagascar.
no, my copy of Madagascar literally has the casting and like production credits for The Abyss, R rating and everything. So you look at my copy of Madagascar and there's an R rating on it, which makes sense because I swear to God, there's just scenes where Marty is swearing at Alex the Lion, and it's actually just a bit from a Chris Rock stand-up special because
Probably.
in China they just didn't dub it.
Yeah.
That like there was a scene where it just wasn't dubbed, and it was, you know, there's like, oh, we need to fill this dialogue. Look up Chris Rock, American actor, and they found this like, we got black people, and then I'm not gonna repeat the rest of that on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's racist, but basically, yeah, that in my fucking Madagascar.
It's not safe for us to say.
Not safe for podcast, and basically it was that in my fucking Madagascar movie. And I remember I went to class one day and we were having like a teacher was hungover kind of day. So here's a movie. Here's a movie. She rolls in the TV and a DVD player, and we put on Madagascar. And I'm like, this isn't how my copy of Madagascar plays. Oh my gosh.
Wait, where's the swearing?
Pacific Mall is a cool place. I haven't been there since I was like 6. I'd love to go back just to buy samurai swords. To be completely honest with you, I'd love to see what Pacific Mall's up. Next time we go to Toronto, we gotta make a pit stop in Scarborough and go to Pacific Mall.
Oh my God.
Please.
I kind of really want to.
Please,
now.
Duncan, please. Oh man, honestly though, we went off on another tangent. I had to. What were we talking about before?
I don't know. I'm down with keeping on these tangents to an extent.
Honestly,
I'm looking into all Disney movies now because I'm kind of interested. I found Dinosaur.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh, Dinosaur. That was weird. That movie. Why? You know they had a video game. They had a dinosaur video game. It wasn't released in North America. I don't even know what it looks like. I'm not sure if it's real. It got released on like the Game Boy Color.
Mm-hmm.
And like the Dreamcast in Europe. Like it got a worldwide release on the Game Boy Color. And then the Dreamcast. Kind of reminds me, I wanted to talk about movie licensed video games and other licensed video games.
Yeah, go for it.
I was talking about that chicken.
Because I'm going to be doing a bit of digging here anyway. So.
I was talking about that Chicken Little one. And I kind of noticed that the licensed game is sort of dying.
It depends.
It's kind of a dying breed. It's like
yeah, it's a dying breed.
Like,
but let's
I'm not
admit,
counting
they weren't really
I'm
that
not
great to
no,
start off
but like
with.
it's something I don't see often, and I'm not counting
And I
Telltale.
think that's because people went, these aren't good.
Yeah, and I'm talking more so like I'm not saying Telltale games, Because a Telltale game is like the Marvel movie of video games. They have a formula, they stick with it, it sells millions of copies each time. You know? Or even like Madden, for example, or like Call of Duty. Have a formula, they stick with it, sells millions of copies each time. I don't know. And licensing is like, I'm talking like you take a random property and you just turn it into a game and it's usually a one-off. I'm not talking something like Arkham City.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Batman games have kind of developed into their own sort of thing, and to me they're different than most licensed games. Like
they are, but they are what people should be aiming when they make a licensed game.
Exactly. Oh, for sure. Like, okay, you know what? Another one. A lot of anime gets turned into video games. For the most part, it's like fighting games. Like I'm looking at Naruto right now.
And you know what? They're good.
Naruto's good.
They're very good fighting games.
South Park. Fuck, what am I talking about?
Okay,
The
yeah.
last licensed game that I can think of right now is the new South Park that just came out on like most systems.
Again, very, very good.
Apparently it was good. I don't know. I think it was much more of just the stick of truth, right? So, which they just re-released
They
on.
changed up the fighting style.
Okay,
They changed
I haven't
up
played
the,
it yet.
Fighting mechanics.
This was actually like one of the very first games I picked up day one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really wanted to play South Park Stick of Truth. Wicked game, by the way. There's a really fucked up fight sequence where you're having a battle with underpants gnomes underneath your parents who are fucking doggy.
Yes, and you can get hit.
But you can get
by
hit by your
balls.
dad's balls. Like, it's weird. Like, I played that game, and I swear to God, there were points where I was like, I can't let my parents see me play this. My dad willingly let me buy it. Like, he was on the fence already, but wow, if he walked in now, I'd be dead. I guess the Lego games.
Mm-hmm.
You could count those as licensed, but like I've said, they've sort of become their own thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking. Actually, you have quite a bit of licensed games.
I'm finding some weird movies here.
Star Wars. Star Wars games can be good. Star Wars games can be bad. They were good at one point. And
Force Unleashed is really good.
and Force Unleashed 2 right here.
I have both of them.
I don't see the other one.
The first one's the blank case there.
Oh, I see.
I
Another.
bought it from Blockbuster and it got wrecked. Spider-Man 3 is just a fun, bad game.
Spider-Man is just a bad game. I'm sorry. How did it get wrecked? If I look at this Blu-ray disc and I find a giant scratch on it.
Like the disc itself is fine.
Oh, okay.
It was the paper sleeve.
The insert.
Yeah, the insert.
What else could be classified as a licensed game?
Sorry, I'm finding some really fucking funny stuff here.
About what?
Just some really weird movies that Disney's done.
Oh, Song of the South.
I mean, besides Song of the South, Bedtime Story.
Oh my God, with
With
Adam
Adam
Sandler.
Sandler?
Oh, that's a weird one. That's fucking weird.
The Beverly Hills Chihuahua
wait,
series.
you have this game? Oh my God, you have this game.
Aliens vs. Predators.
Oh my God, you have this game.
Dude, like surprisingly fun game.
Bad. It's a bad game from what I remember.
Oh no, I love it. Blank
Hang on.
check.
Hang on a minute, I gotta look. I thought this was a bad game. No, Rebellion made it. It should be good. Hang on a minute.
I personally like it.
I think it got. I don't remember if this one got critically panned. No, sorry, this one got great reviews. It was Alien. What was the Alien
Colonial
game?
Marines.
Yes,
That's the one you're
that's
thinking
the
of.
one
I
I'm
know
thinking of. Alien versus Predator is something else. I gotta play this one. Is this split screen? One player.
It has split screen.
Damn. No, it's just one player.
Oh right, sorry. There is a multiplayer, but it's not
I
split
was gonna
screen.
say, I'd play
multiplayer.
this. I think I've been looking for a copy of it. I think this is actually a good game. I'm gonna look it up. Hang on. I remember hearing something about it. I don't remember if it was like critical acclaim or critical disdain. I can't quite remember. Go on though about the weird Disney movies. Sorry.
College Road Trip with Martin Lawrence and Raven Simone. I don't know why. I actually just remember that movie for some weird reason. Of course, everybody remembers Cool Runnings.
John Candy, rest in peace.
Cool Runnings is just its own thing. Yeah, no, Dinosaur, weird.
Yeah, this one got mixed reviews, mixed to positive. So this was probably the one I was remembering. Funny enough, I do. You know what? I do recall wanting to play this. I don't know.
I've finished all the story modes on it.
Can I borrow this?
Yeah, sure.
I need to give you back your copy of Stab with a Christie.
Oh, fuck, right.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I would have brought it today, but I was kind of like pissed at Sam. It's like, I thought you said Duncan told me 5 o'clock. You know, Duncan told me 3:30. You should have told me 5 o'clock because I would have gotten ready later. I was ready to. Damn it, Duncan! All right.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Fuck. I'm not sure if Disney did this remake. I'm seeing the original here. Escape to Witch Mountain with The Rock.
Oh yeah, they did that remake. That was Disney.
That was Disney?
Did you remember the memes?
I don't.
I remember the memes.
I don't remember the memes.
I remember the memes. You know what?
Flubber.
Hang on.
Flubber's a good one.
We might have to get back to this.
We're going, like, this is going down a whole nother fucking G-force.
Okay, we're gonna definitely get back to this. In the meantime, we're gonna
do some more.
I'm gonna take a quick break, actually, because I need a piss.
Okay.
And
we're gonna come back to this because this is just too good. Sorry, this is gonna be a bit of a really long podcast.
You said an hour long, but nah.
No, well, that was because we were on a time frame before. Now
That's
we're
true.
not on a time frame.
Yeah, so we'll be right back. We're back. We're all refreshed.
Oh my god.
We came across some shocking discoveries in that time, but we want to mention a couple things first about more Disney movies.
Okay,
Duncan.
so got Flubber.
Flubber with Robin Williams. Yeah, I didn't catch that one when I was younger.
I've seen it a couple times. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the sort of off the wall Robin Williams that I love,
Right.
but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know,
George of the Jungle
with Brendan Fraser.
with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, with Brendan Fraser. Oh, what happened to that guy? His career's dead.
Like, I see things going on either side of that he's doing real bad or that he's doing pretty okay.
Remember Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Yes,
With
I
Josh
do.
Hutcherson and chick whose name I can't remember. But they made a shitty sequel with Dwayne The Rock Johnson playing his uncle or something like that.
No, his stepdad.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You know what's funny is that there's like someone posted a picture online the other day, and it's a screenshot from 4 different Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies, and it's all him wearing some safari gear in a jungle. And I'm like, and they go, these are 4 different Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies. It's Rampage. It's that one. It's Jumanji, the sequel to Jumanji, and one I can't name right now. I don't know why. It's slipping me. But basically, yeah, that's the typecast. They need like a buff safari guy, so they cast Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay. What else have I got here? I'm just mentioning the ones that are kind of mentionable.
Honorable mentions before we get to the big one.
Hatching Pete.
Never.
You never saw
never,
Hatching Pete?
Never.
It was about. So it had. Fuck, who was it? It had the guy from Hannah Montana, like the guy friend.
Oh, Oliver. I don't remember his name, but he's like a complete Tekashi 6ix9ine now.
Oh yeah,
Career went on a nosedive, and now he's just like a loser white guy with like clout. I guess. I don't know.
Hatching Pete. I'm trying to load up more details about this movie because I remember it, but I don't know how to explain it.
I'm trying to think. There's a Disney movie that I know of. It was like a Disney Channel.
Okay. Cletus can't quit being the mascot even though he's allergic to the suit. So he convinces his best friend, Pete, to secretly fill in. Although Pete is kind of shy in real life, he's outrageously funny behind the beak. And when the chicken becomes a huge celebrity,
I've heard of this
a
one.
chick magnet, Pete must decide when he's ready to break
Stop
out
it!
of
Stop
his
it! Stop
shell.
it! Stop it! Chick magnet.
Yep.
Stop.
You know what this was on?
What?
This was on a Disney Channel original movie double feature with Dad Napped.
Why do I think I know what Dad Napped is?
If you're thinking of the friend from Hannah Montana, the girlfriend from Hannah Montana.
Oh my God! Emily Armstead was in this one?
Yes, and the brother being the bad guy.
What?
It's I actually remember liking Dad Napped.
Okay,
I don't know. It was interesting.
I'm trying to look. There's a Disney Channel original. There's a Disney Channel original movie. I remember very well. If I can find it, it's about I don't remember the name of it, but I know the plot. Basically, there's a kid who's pissed off with the situation he has at home, where basically his younger brother, Jesus Christ, I'm tired. His younger brother gets all the love in the house, but he doesn't, so he buys a magical coin from some like vendor, and this magical coin will grant you one wish. All right, and he goes, I wish he wasn't my brother anymore. So he wishes his brother out of the family, but like the brother is like basically he enters an alternate reality where his brother was never born into that family, but exists as a popular child star.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so he kind of regrets his decision because his life isn't the same without him being the younger brother. So he gets in contact with him, and I think what happens is he ends up buying the coin again in that second universe. It's called You Wish.
You Wish.
The movie's called You Wish. I just found it.
Never heard of this
it's
movie.
called You Wish. You know who's in it?
Who?
Fucking Spencer Breslin. I don't know if that name sounds familiar. He's the fucking dude. He's the boy from Cat in the Hat.
Oh my fucking god.
He's the boy. Yeah, Spencer Breslin. It was filmed in New Zealand. I'm gonna read the plot summary according to Wikipedia. Alex Lansing is extremely tormented by his younger brother Steve, such as buying a turkey from a pet adoption show and making jocks slam a pizza on Alex's head. But most recently, Alex is forced to take Steve to the mall with him and his friend James. When Steve receives a magical coin to wish anything and runs off in the mall without telling Alex, Alex is grounded for a month because of his carelessness with Steve, and they are sent to bed. After Steve gives Alex the coin, Alex wishes that he'd never had a little brother. The next day, he wakes up only to find that his wish has come true. Steve is now a spoiled child actor named Terrence Russell McCormick on a TV show named Where's Stevie?
Oh my god.
Although a cheerleader is his girlfriend now and he's the most popular kid in school, Alex soon regrets a few things and that his new popular jock friends are not tormenting his other friends, and Fiona the cheerleader is revealed to be crude, mean, and have a bossy attitude. So like I said, like basically this guy wishes his brother out of the family and like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
After a while, Alex begins to miss Steve because Alex's parents are career obsessed, which makes Alex feel lonely at home. So his parents are now like, all about their jobs, right?
Okay.
After being kicked out of Terrence's dressing room because Terrence thinks he's crazy when he tells him about being Steve, Alex reflects on his life with Steve and realizes how much he cares about him and misses him. But here's the thing. Steve is not Steve. He's Terrence, right?
Mm-hmm.
As Alex walks home, Terrence drives by and decides to walk with Alex, who he considers his friend despite thinking he's crazy. The two escape from Terrence's driver after realizing that this happened because of a coin. Terrence and Alex, who are convinced of the truth by Alex, are set out to find a coin, enlisting the help of Abby, who Alex convinces because of his different behavior. I don't know. Oh, Abby is one of his friends who was tormented by the jock friends.
Well, we kind of need that context in the summary.
Well, I mean...
Or you just say one of his former friends.
One of his former friends. Yeah. Sorry. So one of his...
No, I'm not criticizing you. I'm
No,
criticizing
it was
because
because it wasn't the summary. I neglected to mention. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. So he gets one of the help of his older friends to go and find the coin. So after saying goodbye to Earth 2, Abby, and Terrence, he makes a wish. And he basically... I remember this scene very well. He runs off to his room. He's like panting with excitement because he's found this coin that can, alter everything, right? And he locks himself in his room, and his parents are like deeply concerned. I remember the scene. They're just like, Alex, what's going on there? Alex, what's going on there?
Oh my God. Drugs, Mom.
It's like, Alex, what's going on there? And he just wishes himself back into his old life. It's a weird movie. It's like, I remember it being just a weird one. I think at the end of the movie, what happened? I'm reading it right here. He gives the coin to one of his friends or something, and it just becomes like he uses it to become a great skater. What did it get on IMDb? Let's see what the IMDb give it.
You know what's weirder than that movie?
What?
High School Musical China.
Oh yeah. China got its own exclusive reshoot of High School Musical with Chinese actors.
It's so good.
I wish I knew.
I want to see it.
I mean, is it on YouTube?
Maybe.
Google that shit.
Okay.
Commence Google shitting.
Okay. I am looking at it right now.
6.3 out of 10 my movie got. I wondered if it ever got released on...
So this was done by Disney World Cinema.
Oh, dear.
I don't think they've ever done another movie. So, High School Musical China. At an international Shanghai college, a new student and talented singer become friends with a boy who also likes to sing. Even though they are shy at first, the two decide to join a singing competition that could lead them to fame.
To impress Supreme Leader. That's racist. I'm sorry.
That's so bad. Oh my God, there's a trailer.
What?
Oh my God, there's a trailer. This
wonder-
was released August 1st, 2010.
So Spencer Breslin, the fucking kid from that You-ish movie, who was also in Cat in the Hat, 92. How old would that make him now? He's like 26, right? 28 maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, just about. He's almost 30.
What else has he done?
I'm
curious now.
Shaggy Dog.
Okay.
The Kid played a character named Rusty Duritz. With Bruce Willis. Escape Santa Claus 3
Oh my God.
with Tim Allen. By the way, has Tim Allen, besides Toy Story, can you name a good Tim Allen movie? No, you can't. You really can't.
Because I can only think. Old Dog.
Oh, he was in The Happening.
Oh.
He was in The Happening. You know, like the worst M. Night Shyamalan movie ever made.
Debatable.
Probably. Well, it was at least the.
It was definitely not a good movie.
No, for sure. What was he in? Let's see if I can recognize any of these. Peter Pan the video game from 2007. I don't know. Zoom. Remember Zoom?
I do remember Zoom.
Zoom was with Tim Allen.
Okay, you know what?
What's with him getting typecast as a Tim Allen standby? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. You know what? I will say I enjoyed Zoom.
Peter Pan 2 Return to Neverland. I guess he was kind of like one of the characters. He just like they typecast him as like a Peter Pan character. Meet the Parents remake. He wasn't in a lot of stuff. He was in Law and Order.
Huh.
Cool. As a character, I guess. I mean,
hasn't
really.
I Shrunk the Kids.
That's another good Disney movie.
That's a good one.
That's with my man Rick Moranis, who
I'm about that.
Rick Moranis is I mean, I wouldn't be like amazed if he came back to do acting, but like if Buddy directed some stuff, I feel like he has some knowledge under his belt to like put out something halfway decent. Like I love Rick Moranis as an actor. But like I don't know. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was good. I never saw the sequel.
There's 2 sequels.
Oh, there's
Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves,
which is kind of,
and then Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
I think there's
and Honey, I Blew Up the Kid is the one where he accidentally like makes his youngest child grow to the size of like a 50-foot baby.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I need to look into the mythos here because I remember one of them being like a really shitty Disney Channel original or something like that. Like it was literally dog shit. It was terrible. Like I don't understand how it got made.
I think you're thinking of Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
It's probably Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
Yeah. Did you ever see Lemonade Mouth?
Why does that sound familiar?
It was a Disney Channel original.
Maybe, I don't know.
It had literally the only Disney Channel name on there. There was 2. Bridget Mindler.
No.
Who was a chick from Good Luck Charlie.
No. You see, I stopped watching Disney Channel when I was like 10 years old. So I have no idea what came after that.
I think that was around like 2010.
Honey, I Blew Up the Kid was the sequel.
Yeah.
I think it was direct to DVD or direct to nope, it went to theaters, but it was wow, they got Rick Moranis to come back and do this one. Jeez.
Yeah, they got him to come back and do all of them.
No. Honey,
did.
I Shrunk the Audience is a 3-dimensional film created for Epcot.
I do remember that. I saw that.
Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. This is the one I was thinking of. Yes! Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves was terrible. I swear to God, I saw this one on Family Channel or something like that back in the day. It was not great. I remember the animation in it just being, like, miserable. Like, it didn't retain any of the charm from the first film at all. The cool thing about the first one was just the set design.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's just like when they're sleeping in a Lego brick on the lawn.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that scene. Like, that's a good, or like they're swimming in a bowl of cereal. So it's just a cool concept for 1989. And then, I don't know, like, it's like, oh, that made money. Let's keep doing it, eh?
You know what's a really interesting one?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I mean, yeah, but I'd say
Talk about it.
that one's known.
We neglected that one.
Yeah, but that's a known movie.
Yeah, but it deserves to be talked
deserves to be
about.
talked
It's
about,
so
true.
good.
Minutemen.
Oh, fuck. I remember this one. Oh, I know what, I actually kind of liked it. It was an interesting
from
concept.
what I remember liking it.
Shitty Disney Channel original movie, but like cool concept.
Oh yeah.
It's like we can't go back in time without winter coats because it's fucking -9 Kelvin. Like, dude, that's crazy.
Oh my god, bless National Treasure. We've already talked about it but I love National Treasure and National Treasure
I
too.
mock National Treasure like all the time. It's probably one of my favorite jokes to make. It's like, we need to go and find the Statue of Liberty because in the Statue of Liberty there exists a scribe written by a gnome where it regards where treasure is. It's in
That's
Abraham
why
Lincoln's.
I love it.
It regards Abraham Lincoln's eye in Mount Rushmore.
So stupidly
It's like
crazy.
it's just so convoluted and messy. How did they make? How many of those did they make? Two?
They
Three?
made 2.
I don't know. It's like
I love them just because they're so crazy. You know what I'm going to talk about because I love it? Phineas and Ferb the movie. Across the Second Dimension.
You know, I kind of, I don't know, man. Like Disney Channel shows, just like when I reached a certain age, I started watching Disney Channel, and there was just like something in me snapped. Something just clicked, and I was like, okay, this is the cringiest shit ever. The day I realized Disney Channel was he made a face. He's found something. Forget what I'm saying, Duncan. What's up?
I forgot Prince of Persia was done by Disney.
Oh my God! Yeah,
forgot
Jerry
that was done by-
Bruckheimer, live action.
I forgot that was done by Disney.
Casting.
And Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley was great. Dude, did you ever play the games? Hang on.
I have.
Yes, he has.
I have one of them.
You played the reboot.
I like the reboot.
You never played Sands of Time. Which
I never played the originals. No.
Play Sands of Time. They re-released it for the PlayStation 3 as a remaster. It's pretty great, gotta say. You know what's weird? They always.
Oh no. Okay. So sorry. It wasn't Escape from Witch Mountain. It was Race to Witch Mountain.
Yes.
That's the one with Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yes. You know something I find funny? I talked about movie licensed games. What about game licensed movies?
Those are almost always bad.
Really? Because you know which one was kind of good? The first Mortal Kombat.
It's one of those cheesy 80s ones.
No, 90s, bro. It still got it.
Sorry, it's 90s. Yes.
It got a sequel.
It does. I have both of them.
I only see Annihilation, which is the shitty one.
No, if you look, it's right under Spider-Man 3. It's a double feature. Mortal Kombat, and then to the right, Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me, you're right.
It's a double feature.
Dude, I actually dig the first Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, it's good. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying
It's
that
not great. It's like it's just, you know, it's at least better than the piece of shit sequel they made, where they literally replaced like half the cast.
Oh yeah.
No one wanted to be in this train wreck. What about Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme? Did you ever catch that one? That was a weird one. They were gonna make a whole fucking film franchise about it, and it was it was bad. It was bad. What?
I am okay. Talking about that, I am excited to see the new Tomb Raider movie.
Yeah, that's right. They just
I'm looking forward to
Laura
it.
Croft movie.
Okay,
all right.
This was the movie I really wanted to fucking talk about.
All right.
Sky High.
Okay. Oh wow!
Because I've seen clips of it since.
Oh,
dude,
it has my celeb crush.
Dude, it's kind of rapey.
What?
It's kind of rapey.
Don't ruin this for me. I haven't seen it since I was like 8. You know I'm gonna go home and watch it now.
Oh no! Okay, no, you're not allowed. Just because I want us to do a commentary on it. I want us to record a commentary of Sky High.
Oh my god, that's next week's episode.
That's what we're doing. Oh my god, yes.
That's next
week's episode. Okay. Cause yeah, we might as well say it now. Next week we're not going to be doing a live show just because of scheduling conflicts.
Yeah, we have stuff going on Friday. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to meet up. I'm going out east for a bit, a couple days. Visit some friends, and Duncan has to work and do some recording stuff for the most part. So we are going to be uploading something on Friday to the Facebook page, and I probably should get around to uploading every other episode that I've missed because I tried doing it at school. The connection was just miserable.
Oh yeah.
It's just grim. Like I don't know. And they're all like huge files too, because OBS records to some like it records in like a weird format. Like it can be uploaded. It's just weird. I have to like watch it on my computer and make sure that I'm uploading the right episode because it doesn't even give me a thumbnail. Like literally, I need to get like FLC Media or VLC Media Player, which is like my favorite sort of thing.
It's the most reliable.
The most reliable. I gotta like watch everything on VLC, make sure I'm uploading the right thing. But next week, you're probably gonna get a commentary. I like Sky High. Sky High.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Why is it rapey?
Oh, just because like it makes fun of some harassment stuff in it. I don't know. It's just like it's not purposeful. It's just like whoa, you did not think that.
I haven't seen it. Do you have it on the shelf right now?
I don't have it on the shelf. I'll get a copy.
No,
of it
I have
somehow.
I have a copy.
Oh, you have a copy of it? Awesome.
It's a full screen copy, but I have a
That's
copy.
fine. That's fine by me.
I have a copy nonetheless.
Okay.
Found that at the thrift store. I was really fucking pissed. I was like, oh, why does it have to be full screen? Why the fuck do they still release full screen movies on DVD? Why?
Dude, Kurt Russell's in this movie?
Oh, dude, I know.
Who else is
the
in
woman that played the mom in the cat plays the mother in this one? I'm pretty sure.
It's not listing him here.
I'm gonna look right now because I have IMDb open myself. Sky High was great though. I do really like that movie. I remember that being one of the better live action Disney movies. And you know what?
It's not listing him here.
Kelly Preston is the name of the woman.
Yeah.
Terror Out of the Sky. That's not Sky High.
You know, it's not listing him here, but Bruce Campbell is in this movie.
Oh, yeah, he plays the gym teacher.
He plays the gym teacher, and it's hilarious.
He's so good. Was the guy from Kids in the Hall, whose name slips my mind, but he's in a lot of shit now. He has like, he's a Canadian guy.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the cast right now. Spy Kids is a bad one. Do you ever watch Spy Kids?
Oh, of course I watched Spy Kids.
I'm sorry.
I watched Spy Kids 1 through 3.
What is his name? He should be up there. He's like should be a top billed actor. Mary Elizabeth Winstead's in this one.
Yeah, and she's double billed.
She's young in this. She's
very young in this.
She's like 18 in this.
Yeah.
Celeb crush.
I didn't recognize her.
Celeb crush. I stand by it. I'm sorry.
Is this now just going to turn into the Mary Elizabeth Winstead podcast?
Oh, she's my fave.
Because we've talked to her.
Probably my favorite female actress. Probably my favorite actress.
3 weeks in a row now.
Favorite actor? Ewan McGregor. Favorite actress? Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She's good looking and she can act. I'm sorry, that's just the way she goes. What the fuck is his name? He's not here. There's people here that just have one name, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Like their billing is like Malika and Kaja, and they both play Penny. Who are they?
Who are these people?
Oh, it's they're African American twins. Yep. So I remember that they both played like twins. No, do you remember the chick in this movie? Her ability was that she could clone herself.
I've only
you
seen
don't
clips
remember?
of it
Yeah.
in a while. So.
Okay, I'm gonna go home and watch it, and I'm gonna bring it. But I don't know.
Okay, so I'll be the one getting first reactions.
Gwen Grayson. I do quite like Sky High. I watched it at a pretty young age. I remember that it opened with Tears for Fears song "Everybody Wants to Rule the World," which is like, dude, you ever look into the backstory about that song?
No.
It's a pretty fucking dark. There's some dark subtext to it. Like if you look at the lyrics, it's pretty fucked up. It's one of those like drinking to the jock scenarios.
Oh yeah.
Like the song is just really like, wow, this is a upbeat fucking cool song, and then like you look at the lyrics like, what the fuck? It's like welcome. Yeah, I'll read the lyrics too.
Wait, going back to Chicken Little. One of the things I do remember was on the soundtrack. It's the end of the world. It's
R.E.M.
As we know it.
R.E.M. Yep.
Is on the soundtrack, and I don't know. I just remember that scene now.
You know what I like? Bowling for Soup did a cover of "I'm Out with You" for Sky High. It was the ending track.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't like that cover. But it fits because this is the year
fits,
2005, and Bowling for Soup was huge, right? So
yeah, this was like, is that when Phineas and Ferb came out? I can't remember because Bowling for Soup did the Phineas and Ferb theme song.
I stopped the world and melt with you. I'm forgetting the name of the original band, but it's on my 80s playlist for sure. Love that song. What's it called? Hang on, I'm gonna open it right now. It's a good song. It's a wicked song. I'm not a big fan of the cover, but Modern English
Modern
is the name of the original band. What a great song. Honestly, like, say what you want about Sky High. I tell you, I love this movie. This is one of those like love movies. Great
Mansion.
flick.
I don't know why.
With Eddie Murphy.
I don't know why.
I haven't seen it.
I love it. I don't know why. I know a lot of people hate it. It's not as good as it should be, but I don't know why. I love it. Like, honestly, you know what? I would count that as one of those movies that you watch when you're sick and you're just happy. Like, I don't know.
It's relaxing. See, I'm not like that.
It's not relaxing. It's just like, for me, it's nostalgia. Partially nostalgia, but then it's also like, I've seen it enough times that I could fall asleep to it and not like have a problem falling asleep. And
like, you've seen it, just you've gotten to the point where it's like, I don't care if I miss anything. It's just on in the background, right?
But then I don't like love it enough that I'm just like, no, I need to watch this.
I'm looking for it right now because I totally know what movie we have to talk about. Oh, where is it? Oh, we don't shut up about it. I'm surprised anybody knows what the fuck this property is but me and my dad. What happened to your copy of Thunderbirds?
I don't know where Thunderbirds went.
Thunderbirds is miserable. Okay.
Thunderbirds is funny.
Thunderbirds, not a Disney movie.
Not a Disney movie,
but came out at a time when live action, like, teen-aimed movies were, like, plentiful. So Thunderbirds was based off of an old British 60s puppet show.
Yes.
Creepy fucking puppets, by the way. I forgot. Jerry Anderson is the guy that did all these shows. Captain Scarlet, I think is the name of the show. My dad has that. Captain Scarlet and Thunderbirds were his two like biggest shows. And Thunderbirds is interesting. And I don't know why, but in 2004, Hollywood was just like, hey, what can we milk and make money off of? Thunderbirds got thrown out there. I have no idea why. Bill Paxton, God rest his soul, plays
the Thunderbird one.
No, what's his name?
I can't remember the name of the...
Tracy. Something Tracy. And it's the Tracy family, right?
Yeah.
So Bill Paxton's the dad.
This was the first role for Vanessa Hudgens.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know she was in it. I didn't think it
was
her first role.
movie role.
Wow. So this was Vanessa Hudgens' first movie role. Remember Fermat in that movie?
Oh my
god,
God,
the thing with Fermat and his dad both have a stutter. And the show came out at a time when that was kind of
funny.
But 2004, I don't quite know how
like
funny it is.
2002.
No, that movie came out in 2004 because I remember very fondly going to the Golden Plaza in Scarborough, and there was a book stand right outside of the Golden Plaza. Is a shitty mall. It's in Scarborough. It's not even a mall. It's like a grocery store next to a dollar store next to a bulk barn. It's like the Whitby Mall.
Okay, I gotcha.
Right, it's not great. And I remember there being like a stand right outside of the No Frills that just had books, and they had a novelization of the Thunderbirds movie.
Oh my fucking God.
I don't know what happened to it, but I remember owning it, and I went on vacation.
And it went missing.
I went on vacation like a day later. We were in New Brunswick, and I remember reading that book in the cottage we rented that year. But for sure, yeah, Thunderbirds the movie is miserable. If I can find it here, that's one we gotta watch.
I know I have a copy of it.
I know you have a copy.
Yeah.
I remember because I noticed that when I first came over. It's like, you know what Thunderbirds is?
Who was it that I watched it with?
Keegan.
I watched it with Keegan.
You watched it with Keegan.
Keegan was just like, why? Why did you? It's up top. It's up top. It's up top.
Ah! See it. Oh yeah, white DVD case and everything.
Dude, the fucking theme song music video is the most like early 2000s squeaky clean mass-produced pop punk shit you've ever listened to.
Is that Bowling for Soup?
It's not Bowling for Soup.
Who is it?
It's some random band that I think was only brought together for this movie.
You know, I know that's Vanessa Hudgens, but you would never be able to tell from looking at the box cover because it's so fucking airbrushed. And guess what?
Everything in this movie is so color
I'm looking at the back right now, and there's literally no. There's like barely any casting. There's Bill Paxton, Anthony Edwards, Sophia Myles, and Ben Kingsley. I don't even know.
Oh yeah, they didn't even mention like the actual.
The only actor who is like directly listed on the description of the movie is Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
Because Ben Kingsley is fucking amazing.
And he's really good in the movie.
Oh yeah, he was great as the Hood. Oh man. We gotta watch this one.
We do.
We have to watch this one. I wonder if it came out on Blu-ray. Weird question. I wonder if that movie ever got a re-release on Blu-ray. I'm gonna look into that. To Amazon.
Dude, The Pacifier.
The Pacifier.
With Vin Diesel.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Unfortunately, I know what you're talking
Dude,
about.
Straight up, I love that movie.
When did it come out?
The Pacifier? I feel like...
I don't know why Vin Diesel does that to himself. Like, now say what you want about Vin Diesel. I've never watched a Fast and Furious movie. The guy's apparently got some cred. I know all the white trash.
2005.
I know all the white trash rednecks that like those movies are like, oh man, Vin Diesel's great, eh? Vin Diesel's fucking great in the Fast and Furious movies. You don't like the Fast and Furious movies, do you?
I haven't seen them.
Thank you.
Lieutenant Shane Wolf is a tough-ass Oh, sorry. That's not what it says on the Disney site. Lieutenant Shane Wolf is the tough as nails Navy SEAL who has controlled military operations in every corner of the globe. Now, the ultimate test comes when he is assigned to protect the home front as an in-house loaded with five...
Alright, stop. I get it.
As in a house loaded with 5 out-of-control kids.
Oh my
But
god.
even
Hey.
when he trades combat gear for diapers and juice boxes, it's not just a babysitting job, it's an adventure.
You know, that sounds like Adventures in Babysitting, but with Vin Diesel and...
Adventures in Babysitting, also done by Disney.
Yep. You want to know something? I cannot find the Thunderbirds movie. However, every single season of Thunderbirds is on Blu-ray, the original show from the 60s, and they are all $80 each for the Blu-ray seasons. That's really tempting. My dad owns the complete series on DVD and these really nice box sets. And you know what? Those shows came out in the 60s. I don't really think they need to be on Blu-ray unless they like go back to the original films, like the original like film, and they like clean it up substantially. But like, dude, really? You better have done that to be charging fucking $80 for Thunderbirds season 1. Come on, Amazon. What did I want to mention though? You were talking about Vin Diesel. Oh, did you ever see The Spy Next Door with Jackie Chan?
You know I fucking did.
I'm a huge Jackie fan, and I was pissed.
I know. I was actually looking for it. I saw the Rush Hour movies before that.
Dude, Rush Hour 4 is coming out soon. Did you hear about that? Chris Tucker confirmed this, and that he said Jackie Chan is... Yeah. I've never seen...
Shit.
Can I say something? Never watched a single Rush Hour film, because I don't like Brett Ratner too much, but, I mean... I might watch them. I mean,
you know what? Jackie Chan hated the Rush Hour movies.
Probably too Americanized. Have you ever watched...
He did. He hated them because they were just too safe.
Have you ever watched Rumble in the Bronx?
No, I haven't.
Watch Rumble in the Bronx. You will... Or Who Am I? Okay? You need to watch Jackie Chan when Jackie Chan is doing Jackie Chan and not Rush Hour or The Spy Next Door. Because that guy... Rumble in the Bronx was filmed in Vancouver, but it was set in New York.
Oh,
so there's so there's infamous scenes where he's fighting on rooftops, which is supposed to be in like the Bronx, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they filmed it in the wrong direction.
Oh no!
So you look off in the background, you see fucking mountains. And it's infamous. You're just like, isn't this place in New York? It's like in the Ninja Turtles movie from like 2013 when they drive to upstate New York in like an hour. It's like that's not what happens. It takes what?
Wait a minute.
What?
That ain't right?
What?
That ain't right.
That ain't right.
There's no mountains in the Bronx.
There's no mountains in the Bronx. Kick-ass movie. Please watch Rumble in the Bronx. Or Who Am I, which is a great one. Jackie Chan plays a spy that loses his memory. He gets amnesia, and the whole time he's just kicking ass and trying to figure out who he is. I don't think he ever does, by the way. The movie kind of ends with him just like defeating evil, but he's still like an amnesiac. I gotta watch that one again. That's a good one. That was like the first Jackie Chan movie I ever saw. Or my favorite, Drunken Master.
Okay.
Holy shit. Jackie Chan, by the way, known for doing his own stunts. This guy
so much respect.
Put himself through hell filming Drunken Master. There's a scene where he literally rolled onto legitimately flaming coals and caught himself on fire. But he had like 2nd and 3rd degree burns for like 2 months to get this scene right. Dude, please watch Drunken Master. It's probably one of my favorite kung fu movies of all time. With Jackie Chan. Please watch that. It's so good. Operation Condor is also really good. Go on, though. You keep talking.
The Proud Family movie.
Oh, I remember The Proud Family.
I remember The Proud Family so well.
That was a good one.
Love the Proud Family.
Proud Family was a wicked show. Do you ever play the Game Boy game?
I haven't.
No,
No?
don't.
No.
No, it's. Oh man, if you ever want to get a video game system that has nothing but shovelware, the Game Boy Advance. I don't care what people say. You can argue the Pokemon games are great on it. You can argue that the Zelda games are great on it. You can argue the Mario games are good on it. Because guess what? Of course they're gonna be great on it. They're Nintendo games. However, what if you're into the Proud Family? What if you're into any other TV show? Oh.
What if you maybe don't like Mario?
What if you maybe don't like Mario? Hey, guess what? The Game Boy Advance has movie titles and nothing but movie titles. That's all they have for other third-party content. I swear to fucking God, it was all TV show or movie-related titles. And they were all miserable. They were all bad, except for Lilo and Stitch. Funny enough, the Lilo and Stitch were like weird Castlevania,
Bless Lilo and Stitch.
The Lilo and Stitch games that got released were like Metroidvania games. They were wicked. They were so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Wild.
The Madagascar ripoff from 2008.
Yes, but it was done by Disney.
Oh my God, I remember that. Pixar didn't even do that one. That was Disney.
That was Disney.
Oh, I remember. I didn't see it, but I remember it was literally Madagascar.
I remember seeing it, and yeah.
It was Madagascar, except they stayed in the city.
And it was just bad.
I remember Madagascar was weird. I mean, my Chinese bootleg copy was pretty funny, but I think it at least retained the original script where they escape the zoo and they get tranquilized and sent back to the wild for some reason, right? It's never really explained why they got sent back to the wild.
In Madagascar?
Yeah.
No, they just decided to stay in Madagascar.
I'm saying, like, in the movie, they escaped from the zoo, were tranquilized, and then sent back in crates, but we don't know why they weren't just sent back to the zoo. Why weren't they just sent back to the zoo?
I think they were sent off to another zoo because I can't remember. It was something like a security reason or something like that. And then what ended up happening was the penguins took over the boat.
Oh, that's right. You see, it's been years since I saw my copy.
You know what? This is one, I haven't seen it. I saw it when I was at Disney, and I kind of wish I picked it up.
What?
The Tower of Terror movie.
There's a Tower of Terror movie?
Yeah. And I'm interested.
What the fuck?
To see if it's, because, okay, here's who you have as your two leads. Steve Guttenberg.
All right.
And Kirsten Dunst.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, hang on.
I really want to see it.
97?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm looking at it right now.
I really want to see it. I'm interested.
6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. I wonder if this is on Amazon. Probably.
I know it's on DVD. I've seen it at Disney on DVD.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure, but I just need to check really quickly and see. Maybe they released it on Blu-ray.
Oh, Valiant's on here. Valiant
is a weird one. I recommend. Valiant's a weird one. All imports. They're all imports on Amazon. But there's one here for $20. Steve Guttenberg. What was he in? That name sounds familiar. Oh, is Steve Guttenberg in now? That's driving me crazy. I need to look. He played Buzzy Crocker. Whoever you are in the Tower of Terror lore. Let me see. Steve Guttenberg sounds familiar. I've seen him in something. 3 Men and a Baby. Oh, he was the main dude from Police Academy.
There you are.
That's it. That's where I know him from. Yeah, Police Academy was good too. What's his name? Michael Winslow? Was it Michael Winslow? Who played the guy with all the voices? Hang on.
I can't remember.
I'm looking.
Go look.
Yes, Michael Winslow. I was literally we were talking with Wayne. I'm just like, who's the guy from Police Academy who did all the voices? I was thinking it was like Winslow. I want to say Carl, but I think it's a character from Family Matters. Or no, it's from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I think. Did I do that? I was thinking of Steve Urkel originally.
Yeah.
Oh man. Gotta go back and watch Police Academy. I think I own the first 4. There's like 8 Police Academy movies.
Oh my fucking god! I've reached the end of the list here. Like, I don't know, Underdog. Do you remember Underdog?
I unfortunately remember Underdog. I don't know why that one has a Blu-ray release, but I know I own it on Blu-ray because I saw it at Giant Tiger. I was like, I have to get this.
Look up Trenchcoat, because I'm seeing this movie on Disney, and like, I don't know. I'm looking at this and I'm going, this looks like a fucking thriller, if not horror movie.
Whoa. Trenchcoat movie.
Has starring.
Margot Kidder.
Yep, Margot Kidder, and Robert Hayes.
That's the. Oh, I know Margot Kidder. Margot Kidder was Lois Lane, I think, from in the original.
Oh my God, that's why I recognize
in the
her.
original Superman. I
Yes,
think.
that's why I
I
recognize
think. Hang on. I'm probably very wrong, but she looks like the actress. Let me look if that is not the actress. Superman by Richard Donner. Great movie. That's another good one. That's arguably Margot Kidder. Arguably my favorite super comic book movie is Richard Donner's 1978 Superman movie.
Okay, yes. Can you please read whatever about Trenchcoat? I'm interested in
Guess
this
what?
movie.
Guess what? Trenchcoat is on Amazon right now. $106 for the DVD.
Shit.
That is steep. And I guess it's a rare.
It's got to be a rarity because I've never seen this movie. I've never heard of this movie.
I guess it's a rare release. If I find that at a thrift store, I'm gonna buy it.
Can you read the synopsis?
Yeah, I'll look that up right now on IMDb. I looked it up on Amazon to see if it was a thing.
I don't know. I'm
Margot Kidder, Robert Hayes.
I'm looking at it and it's just so fucking weird.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. Margot Kidder holding a gun in the.
Yeah.
An aspiring mystery writer becomes accidentally embroiled in an international plot during a 2-week stay in Malta. So it sounds like it's a bit of a thriller. Yeah, comedy mystery thriller. I mean, hey, that sounds interesting, but I don't know. I wonder if you can 5.2 out of 10. It's not. I mean, like.
It's a Disney movie though. That's it. That's the thing that kind of just throws me.
I mean, hey, Disney was a weird thing. Kurt Russell, oddly enough, started his life as a Disney actor.
What was he in?
I don't know. It was like the 60s or whatever. He was a young kid. He was like a really, really young kid. And he played like. There was a movie where he played like. He was in an episode of Gilligan's Island where he played this like really strong kid that they just found on the island. But he was also in a lot of Disney movies as well. I'm gonna look. Kurt Russell. You watch Death Proof?
I haven't watched it, but
Tarantino.
I know the movie that you're talking about.
Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you remember The Sorcerer's Apprentice?
With Nick Cage?
Oh,
man.
And Jay Baruchel.
That was good casting on, because I think Nick Cage looked a lot like, because Sorcerer's Apprentice is based off that Fantasia bit.
Yeah.
And I think it was good casting because they managed to get a guy that looks just like the original Sorcerer. Jay Baruchel, funny enough, wore red, just like Mickey.
Yeah. He wore red and blue through the entire movie.
What I'd love to see, though, is instead of the guy who does Mickey Mouse's voice traditionally, just Jay Baruchel doing Mickey Mouse's voice. Like, Minnie, get over here. Pluto's starving. Did you feed the dog? No, Mickey, I didn't. Why didn't you feed the dog?
Where's Toothless?
Where's Toothless?
Oh, wait, wrong studio.
Toothless. What am I thinking? What are you thinking of?
That's, Toothless is from How to Train Your Dragon.
That's right. He was the main guy in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that they would do a third one, because I love the first two.
I don't care. It doesn't bother me if they
apparently the TV show's alright. I don't know. I like.
Oh yeah, there was that whole Penguins of Madagascar show.
Oh my god, the Penguins of Madagascar.
Oh, King Julian had his own fucking.
King Julian had his own show.
The voice for King Julian. God damn, I wonder what that guy's up to.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the game plan.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Madison
Yeah.
What's his name? Pettis? Madison.
I don't know. It doesn't.
Pettifer? I don't know. Madagascar.
Madagascar.
Let me see who did the voice for King Julian.
Oh my god! Look, it's a young Shia LaBeouf in the Even Stevens movie.
Oh, do you remember Holes?
I do remember
by
Holes.
the book Louis Sakar, who also did Wayside.
Yes.
Wayside was a good show.
I was always on Wayside.
I liked watching it. If it was on, I would totally watch it. Oh my god!
What?
Fuck off!
What?
No way!
What?
Sacha Baron Cohen was Julian in Madagascar?
Oh my
fucking
god.
Borat was Julian? No way! Oh, that kind of hurts me a little bit.
But it makes so much sense.
No, I don't like it. I really don't like that. No, he's so funny though. You ever watch Borat?
Yeah.
Is it on your shelf?
No.
You should get a copy of Borat.
I'm not a huge fan of Borat.
I love Borat. Borat is a product of its time, truly, but it's fucking hysterical. You know another good one was the Ali G movie.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Ali G was Sacha Baron Cohen's original character, and it's where Borat and even Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys remember that shitty movie,
I
Bruno.
do remember
It was
Bruno.
essentially more Borat, but it was a gay character, which kind of made people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
See, racism, funny. Homosexuality, no, taboo. Why? Like, it's the same movie, just with a gay guy.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, actually. Go watch Bruno. Go watch both those movies.
Give it another chance.
The Ali G show, strayed away from the sort of, hidden camera sort of thing.
Yeah.
It was a narrative. It was just strictly like a narrative.
Yeah.
Totally scripted. Oh man, it's hilarious. There's a clip of Martin Short. Martin Short. It's the guy who played Bilbo in the new Hobbit movie.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
I think, right? That's his name. And it's just a clip of him. He's just, playing this like, white gangster in like Manchester.
Mm-hmm.
He just says the N-word, and like you don't expect it. It's like in the first 20 minutes of the movie,
Oh my God.
and you're hit with Martin Short saying the N-word, and you're just like, what? Hey, let me just double check, see if it's Martin Short.
Okay, you know what's something weird that I'm seeing here? So I'm seeing the Narnia movies.
It's not Martin Short. It's what the fuck is his name? Freeman! Martin Freeman! Martin Freeman, this short little British dude. This like timid British dude. He's like with a Jamaican accent. Just says the N-word and it like throws you off. You're like, what?
What? You know what?
Watson, no.
So I'm seeing the first two Narnia movies. I'm seeing Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and Prince Caspian, but I'm not seeing Don Treader.
No one gave a shit about that one.
But I'm just wondering, like, because Don Treader had the same cast.
I have a serious question.
Yes.
Why did they skip books with the Narnia movies?
I know with the first one, it's because they wanted to follow the family, like the kids.
Okay.
And the first book has nothing to do.
I know
the
it's
kids.
the Magician's Nephew, but it wasn't even the first book. I think it was written after. I think it was a prequel book, wasn't it?
Nope.
Really?
I have them all upstairs. Pretty sure the Magician's Nephew is the original.
Magician's Nephew.
I don't know. Maybe.
I remember one of my like 6th grade teacher was like, no, this is written after the whole Narnia books. It was kind of just a prequel, but they mark it as like the first book. 1955.
For which one?
For the Magician's Nephew.
Okay.
Chronicles. Did you ever play the Narnia game on the PS2?
Hell no.
Oh, it's not bad actually. You ever play a Lego game? It's just like a Lego game.
Oh, okay.
Chronicles of Narnia. I should just The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Let me look here. C.S. Lewis was like one of the first sort of like well-known atheists out there,
Mm-hmm.
who was like also an author, and he wrote these like really just insane books. In publication order. You ready?
Am I wrong?
1950, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. 1955, The Magician's Nephew.
Okay.
Then the last book was released in 1956, The Last Battle. So yes, The Magician's Nephew is technically the sixth in the series. And it was, but they, I don't know why. People, they just, when they release the books in these like box sets, they just put it first so people know what to read
I have
in
like,
order.
and I have a box set from, I'm gonna say like the 80s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's my mom's old box
I was
set.
gonna say my dad could probably tell you the value of that. He straight up.
Could he tell me the value of first edition entire series Hardy Boys books?
$2. I could tell you that. No, I see them at thrift stores all the time. They don't really go for much, but I'm sure.
For the first edition?
You look on eBay. I'm sure.
First edition.
First edition's probably worth something.
Like,
how do you know How do you know they're first edition?
Because my dad bought them as they were coming out.
Really? Okay, they're probably they might be worth something.
Yeah.
Maybe it depends on the issue. I have no idea. But
Maybe.
my dad could probably. I'll ask him when
Yeah.
I'll let you know. But like for sure, maybe something if they're first edition. Like I don't know. Hardy Boys books are kind of everywhere.
Yeah, but again, it depends on like which ones.
Printing, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
but like,
printing wise, because like of course they're all sort of being redone now.
Yeah, they're being re-released probably with like modern themes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Or like even I don't know who's writing these Hardy Boys books.
Check out Modern Hardy Boys.
Modern Hardy Boys.
Yeah, see what's going on.
Look up Hardy Boys on Wikipedia.
See what them Hardy Boys are doing nowadays. Do you remember the show Roly Poly Oly?
Oh, fuck Fucking William Joyce, bro. Of course.
Dude, that was apparently a Disney show.
George Shrinks. Same guy.
Oh.
You know that?
I love George Shrinks.
William Joyce.
Oh, no wonder it's got that sort of angular, jazzy feel to it.
Written by ghostwriters.
Okay.
So they basically just got,
Whoever.
multiple different guys, but they were all technically written by a guy named Franklin W. Dixon, which is a pseudonym, not a real dude. Not a real guy.
Do you remember Recess? School's Out.
No, but I remember the TV show.
Oh, fuck.
I don't remember the movie. I just remember the show.
School's Out.
One episode in particular of Recess is when Gus decides to run away from home. Do you know where he lives?
Where?
On the fucking play structure.
Of course.
At the school. He lives on the playground.
Course.
He basically, gets blankets, and he fucking just, ties them to the metal bars of this, what do you call it? I guess you call it a play structure, but they called it something else in the show. Jungle gym?
I think they call... I can't
think
remember.
it was a jungle gym.
No, it was something, official.
I'm going to look and see what it is. I think it's a jungle gym. Wikipedia jungle gym real quick. But basically he goes and lives...
I can't remember. They called it something official because that's where King Bob was.
King Bob was the king of the playground. Yeah, jungle gym.
They called it the jungle gym?
It was the jungle gym.
Okay.
No idea where that name came from. Sounds racist. It's probably not.
I don't know. I always called... You know what? I will admit, I always called it a jungle gym.
I called it a jungle gym when I was a kid. But regardless, it's I don't know, he just basically set up tarps and shit around the jungle gym, and then it was a really windy, stormy night. He fucking ran back home. That's the one episode that sticks with me. That and an episode about a Gus being afraid of mold.
I remember one of the swing set girl trying to do a full loop.
I remember that one too. You know what else I remember? There was an episode with the Ashleys.
Yes, I remember the Ashleys.
They had a full... Why is this all coming back
And
to
there was
me?
the one token black Ashley.
Yeah, they had the token black kid that was good at basketball.
Yeah.
That's not racist at all. Anyway, I remember that show. That was a really well done show for the 90s. Oh, I got a couple episodes to stick out. Remember the one where Spinelli and TJ kiss?
I don't.
You don't?
I always ship them.
It was funny as fuck. No.
I always ship them.
Because it was
shipping.
because I remember they were making a big deal for the entirety of the episode. You're gonna kiss this time because they're dared to do it.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. So the way they do it is they both kiss.
Uh-huh.
And there's just a scene where the camera kind of just rotates around them. And on once, it's fucking golden. I remember this so well. On one side, you have, everyone on the playground going, or ew, or oh, or freaking out. And then on the other side, it's flowers and rainbows and, bunnies hopping through a field.
Oh my
Because it's
God.
actually the fucking greatest moment of their lives. And then after that, they're just both kind of just, looking at one another. And just going ew, gross, oh, they're just totally
I want recess high school days.
I don't.
I want it.
You know what that's like? All grown up. Fuck off. I don't want all grown up.
I loved all grown
I
up.
hate all grown up. Rugrats, not all grown up.
Yo, you know what else? Oh, fuck, what was it?
If they did recess now, it'd be swag.
Oh no,
It's like the
I hate recess now.
It's I'm saying if they did a recess now, it'd be swag YOLO type shit.
I'd hate it.
Disney trying to be hip.
I would hate it.
It's like the new
so
Powerpuff
much.
Girls. My sister fucking loves the Powerpuff Girls.
How bad is the new
But the
one?
new one's apparently terrible. The new one's they just ditched the writing and stuff like that. It's just
Shit.
trash. It's your average high school teen comedy or something with Powerpuff Girls. The fucking Powerpuff Girls are supposed to fight evil, fam. Fam! You don't do that to the Powerpuff. You don't do it to the Pepe Gay. You don't do it. Fam. I won't allow it. Samurai Jack came back for season 5. You know how excited I was for it, and I never watched it? But I own it now. I own the complete series now, so I might have to marathon Samurai Jack at one point. And I will. Holy shit. Gendy Tartarovsky and, Craig McCracken, those guys did great work. Their art styles are pretty similar, but I think Samurai Jack was the better show out of the Powerpuff Girls.
I'm looking at a couple of the Disney animated shows now.
Oh, man.
Do you remember Tron Uprising?
Vaguely.
It was the TV show that
I remember
was
it
supposed
was
to be
really bad animation.
It was
like,
bad. You know what? I thought
hang on, I gotta loosen up.
I was in between on it. I remember liking it. I remember really liking it for some reason.
What I remember was the animation was like vector based. Like I remember it was very simplistic and it didn't look that great.
What about Buzz Lightyear Star Command?
I remember that.
Yep.
That was a 2D thing, right?
Yeah, it was
yeah. You know what's funny? Fairly Odd Parents. There was an episode that sticks with me, and YTV never reran it for whatever reason. When it was on, it was like a treat. There was always those episodes of TV shows that I loved when they played, and they never played them. Like, there was an episode where basically Timmy Turner and his friends are watching TV shows.
Yeah.
And there is a show called Crash Nebula.
Yeah, I remember Crash Nebula.
And Crash Nebula was kind of like their like, it was their Flash Gordon, right? Like,
yeah.
It was like their sci-fi epic, right? And funny thing with Crash Nebula is that was a rejected Nickelodeon pilot.
And then the pilot was an actual episode in Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, because I remember I followed Butch Hartman on Twitter. Because I
he's left now.
He's gone. He's not in Nickelodeon anymore. He completely like just resigned. And
yeah,
good on him though. I mean, like there was a Nickelodeon. Like it's always weird being owned by a major, like a larger corporation. Like take Cartoon Network for example. Regular show's not a thing anymore. I don't know what Gigi Quintel's up to, but.
Yo, okay, I'm looking through.
Didn't Adventure Time end, or is that still?
No,
on?
it's still going.
I think we had this conversation at McDonald's once.
We did. Talking about Adventure Time.
Ed
my love for Danny Phantom.
Oh fuck! I feel bad. Danny Phantom was like a love child.
It was
not a love child. Sorry, a passion project.
It was his passion project.
It was his passion project, and it just like
You know what I found here that like I don't know why, but I distinctly remember the McDonald's toys for it. I never remember actually watching this show. Dave the Barbarian.
Oh. I always thought that was done by Butch Hartman, but it was never. It just looked kind of.
It looks kind of Butch Hartman.
Yeah, but it's not.
The really Replacements.
Not. Yeah, I remember the Replacements, like two orphans that just they found parents through it, and then and then like they just had to replace people in life. That was an interesting concept for a show. How many seasons does that one go for?
The Replacements went from 2006 to 2009.
Wow.
And went for a bit.
3 years, eh? That's not bad. What show was I just about to look up?
The Weekenders.
That was terrible.
I loved The Weekenders.
It was a really cringy show. That was a product of its time there.
I love The Weekenders.
Hang on, I need to look up Burger King had toys for Fairly Odd Parents that I liked when I was younger, and I had one, and I just don't remember what happened to it.
Apparently there was a Hercules TV series.
Yep.
Did not know that.
Burger King toys, Fairly Odd Parents. You know what irks me? When something I remember something so distinctly from my childhood, but I don't remember the name of the product. There was this.
That was Fillmore for me. I completely forgot.
There was this juice. Funny enough, it's a juice, and I have no idea what the name of this juice is to this day, and I look it up every so often. And I remember what the packaging looks like because I had it once. I found it at some fucking convenience store in Kinmount, which is near my cottage in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Ontario. And they had it there, and it was exactly what I saw, and I don't remember what the name of the juice is. I can tell you what the characters on the box look like, and to this day, I don't know if I was hallucinating it or if it was legit. Basically, it was like almost like a Tetra Pak, which if you don't know what a Tetra Pak is, it's you know what most juice boxes come in?
Yeah.
It's like that, except it was shaped like a Kool-Aid jammer.
Okay.
In which it was like it was like kind of flat at the top, and then it was like a trapezoidal type thing.
Okay.
The characters on the box were like really rad looking fruits.
What?
I'm gonna look up rad fruit mascot and see. I'm gonna see what
rad fruit mascot.
If I find this, I might actually have a connection on the podcast.
Okay.
Let's see. Ooh. Maybe. Keep going though. I'm gonna look. So, but yeah, no. To this day, I still do not know the name of this juice, and when I find out, I can die happy.
So, it looks like Recess was one of the longest running animated TV series. Disney animated TV series. 97 to 2003.
Wow, eh?
They went for a while.
Like a good while. Holy. I'm gonna look.
I mean, it was a great series.
I'm getting a lot of furries because I looked up mascot.
Oh God, no!
Don't ever Google image search mascot. You're not gonna get some good shit. Well, I'm gonna try juice mascot and see what comes up. Maybe like early 2000s. No, you can never really look up anything.
Yeah, Fillmore only ran for 2 seasons. I kind of want to try to dig that up and see if I can find.
Some things just don't work. Unfortunately, like that would be nice, eh? But like, yeah, you know, that'd be nice if things lasted. What the fuck is it called? To this day, I have no idea. I forgot. I totally forgot.
Okay, what the fuck is Take 2 with Phineas and Ferb? Because I know Phineas and Ferb, but what the fuck is Take 2 with Phineas and Ferb?
Not a clue. I could not tell you. Honestly, I stopped paying attention to Phineas and Ferb.
Take 2 with Phineas and Ferb is a spin-off series from Phineas and Ferb that premiered on Disney Channel December 3rd, 2010. The series revolves around Phineas and Ferb interviewing celebrities. Oh, okay.
Sorry. Is Disney trying to do like a Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
It was that type of thing with
Phineas and Ferb. That is just what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it literally says that in here.
Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like what this is. I don't like what this is. Oh, I don't like what that is. It has a tear in its eye. Oh, it's scaring me. Oh, I can't stop. It's gonna give me fucking nightmares.
Nope. It actually says right.
Look at it.
Nope. It actually says right.
I'm putting
right
this. I'm putting this on screen. The people have to see what I found. The people must know, Duncan. I don't know what this mascot is. I don't know what portal of hell it crawled on. I don't know what Cloverfield paradox this fucking thing came out of, but it's scaring the shit out of me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. One fucking bit. Looks like the lemon. It looks like the Lemonhead mascot, and the fucking Kinder Egg from like the 80s. You know what I'm talking about, like Humpty Dumpty Kinder Egg from like the 80s. It looks like that, and that had a fucking love child. Duncan, send help, please.
Do you remember?
Sorry, everyone has to see this. Everyone must know what I'm looking at.
Yo,
what is this?
Put that up, and then put Chucky's child up right beside it.
Oh, son of Chucky.
The seed of Chucky.
Androgynous Chucky child that no one knows the gender of. Oh, that was a terrible movie. Oh. Someone tell me what this is and why it has a teardrop. Who made it cry? Who heard it? I need to know. Duncan, who is he?
I'm not looking at it.
Please, tell me. It's covering your face. He's replacing you as the co-host.
No.
That's the screen cap for the next.
Oh my God! Please bring up the seed of Chucky, and it's almost like exactly the same.
I don't know if y'all have ever watched Seed of Chucky. Terrible movie. What mascot is this? This is the Lemonheads mascot. Why? Oh, this makes me want to avoid Lemonheads like the fucking plague.
So Take 2 with Phineas and Ferb.
I don't give a shit. The Lemonheads mascot, fam. Why?
It was the premise that bears similarities to that.
Who gives a
Cartoon
fuck?
Network's late-night animated talk
Space
show.
goes coast to coast, but no.
The show was canceled after 1 season.
Duncan, I'm having a fit, Duncan. Duncan, I know it's still on screen. Duncan, explain to me why. Oh, I just shit my pants. I just tuned right back in, and it's staring at me with dead eyes, and I'm not sleeping tonight. It's not because of the G Fuel. I'm not sleeping tonight because Lemon McFuckface over here is literally giving me night terrors. Duncan, help. Duncan,
Nope.
Please.
Nope.
I can't get it off the screen. Please, everyone at home, why does it look like Seed of Chucky? Just why? No, why? No, seriously, why? Why is it looking dead at me? Fuck it, I'm just posting this one on the I'm posting this picture on the page The world must know about the retarded Lemonheads mascot. Why does it exist?
ABC television, Clerks, the animated series.
Oh yeah, no, I have a problem with that. I own two copies of Clerks, the animated series, and they're both defective. Both discs.
That's the only problem that
both
you have?
discs are disc 1, but both discs both discs in each set are the contents of disc 1. But it marked as disc 1, disc 2, and I have no idea why that happens.
Dude, there's apparently a Haunted Mansion TV special
I just
coming out.
I'm
interested.
Why was Lemonhead's mascot so weird? Juice box mascots. Right now I'm just trying to figure out what this weird Canadian juice I had as a kid was, and if I'm crazy or not.
That old Canadian juice.
I don't know what it is, and it terrifies me. I probably woke up everyone in the house with my conniption about the Lemonheads mascot. But what the fuck, Lemonheads? I'm not kidding. That's not gonna make people want your product.
Yo!
What?
Yo, the Recess Christmas special.
Dude, honestly, like, I did not watch a lot of Disney Channel as a kid. Seriously. There it is again! It's following me! Why?
No.
Duncan!
No. No. Okay, that one's not as bad.
No, it is! It's not looking directly at me, but it's bad! Duncan, it's raping me with its face! Duncan!
And it's right next to the fucking Happy Meal box we got rid of like a week
It's
after
looking
it came out.
at me like it wants to eat my butt. Oh, I hate it. Explain to me, everyone. Explain to me why.
Okay. Sorry, I do have to mention this, though. Recess School's Out was an actual theatrical release film.
But why? No.
Because it's Recess.
Okay.
Do you remember Jetix?
Yeah, I do actually. It was like, that was weird. What the hell?
I'm
sorry.
Up right now,
I need to show everybody the side-by-side comparison of Rapey McLemonface and Rapey McHappy Meal. I don't understand, Duncan, I don't understand why these two have to exist. This is all because Trump is president. Dude, if Obama was still in office, this shit would be outlawed. I'm sorry.
If Martin Luther was living.
If Martin Luther didn't get shot, we wouldn't have these characters to.
Dude,
if 9/11 didn't happen, we would not have characters like this.
9/11?
We would not have a reason to scare off terrorists with these characters, okay?
Well, this is capitalism incarnate.
Oh my god. Why is a lemon character? Why am I still looking at it?
Fucking props to whoever's been listening this long.
Oh my god.
It is now treated to this.
This is why we wanted to start a podcast.
This is gold right here.
Duncan, I'm confused.
Okay. Sorry, I do have to bring this one up. Dragon Booster.
Why does that sound familiar? I feel like I know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Maybe if you show me a picture.
I think I have the TV series down there. Take a look for it.
Keep talking.
I think I have it somewhere here. I know I have a DVD copy of like the first 3-4 episodes somewhere. Yes.
Show me Dragon Booster because I totally know what you're talking about, and I probably need to see a picture of it, and then I'll do what I did with the Lemonhead mascot.
Canadian animated series.
Oh, there you go.
Broadcast in 2004.
Jetix?
Yes. So Arthur Penn, a stable boy who rides Becca Fallon. I'm not even going to try.
Please don't.
Or Bew, for short. The Dragon of Legend. He becomes a Dragon Booster, a hero to protect the world from the impending dragon-human war and unite humans and dragons
Please
for all time.
show me a picture, because this sounds familiar.
Many of the characters are named after characters from the Tales of King Arthur.
Please show me. I'm looking for my Canadian juice, but I need to know. If I find out what the name of this juice is, I'm going to literally, I'm going to cry.
The end of the final episode of the third season alludes to a planned name change to Dragon Booster Academy for the next season to reflect the planned change in setting. However, in an interview with Matt Hill, the voice of Arthur Penn, on June 10th, 2006, at some Otakathon convention held in Cornell University, it was made apparent that Dragon Booster failed to pull together a large enough fan base, and production has permanently ceased on the series. He stated, "We did not get the following 13 episodes. We asked why the series lost its bid for more episodes." Hill responded, "There weren't enough viewers."
I'm still baffled as to the weird mascots that people use to sell products. Like, honest to God, like, I don't get it.
So it was in that same sort of vector-based style.
Please show me this show. Just show me your laptop. I need to see this. I can't find it anywhere. Dragon Booster. No.
You don't remember this?
No.
Dude, I remember this so much. It was in that time where anime, like, everybody was trying to mimic anime styles.
Canadian snacks that are no longer with us. Hang on. That are no longer.
I don't know. I just remember, like, really fucking loving this TV series.
I need to I'm not kidding. I'm like dead set on finding out what this juice box. I'm going to find it on this podcast if it takes me until 3 a.m.
I was going to say we're at 11 o'clock.
Man, I don't even care. This is going to be the longest episode of This is probably going to be the longest episode of End of the Week.
Yeah, that we will ever do.
It's going into Saturday, boys. It's literally going into.
So the name of this episode is End of the Week, the longest episode we've ever done.
Because Gomer needs to find his juice box.
Because of nostalgia.
Because Gomer needs to find his Canadian juice boxes, which I can't find anywhere, by the way. I swear to God, this product doesn't exist.
Fucking Dragon Boosters. I need to see if I can find that first couple episodes.
Canadian juices.
'Cause I remember really liking that show. And I only got to watch, like, a couple. Jetix original series. Battle Beat 'em On.
I remember Beat 'em On.
I remember Beat 'em On.
I had some bootleg Beat 'em Ons when I was a kid.
Captain Flamingo.
Oh, Captain Flamingo! Holy shit, I remember that one. Oh, with that kid Milo. Yeah, that was a weird show, but I remember it vaguely.
I don't remember it. Let me try to.
It was on YTV.
It was on YTV?
It was on YTV.
Oh, fuck. Now I remember it. Yep, I see it.
That's where I caught it. It was on YTV.
Yep, I remember. Digimon Data Squad.
Digimon I never really gave a shit about. I kind of ignored
Monster Buster Club.
That was a weird one. That was done by Marathon. They did Martin Mystery, which is a great show.
Yes.
And Totally Spies. Not so great of a show.
No.
No. It was like
But guess which one's still running?
Totally Spies.
Yeah.
Or is it the new Spies? They had like a totally.
I think they changed the cast out.
They had like a Totally Spies with like young kids that no one gives a shit about. Like.
No, it's weird. I was thinking about Monster Buster Club the other night, but I was thinking of this other. It was a live action series. And what it was like. So it was a live action series that followed this one sort of monster movie director that ends up making his monsters like into real life. You're remembering this as well. And then
is it live action?
Yes, it was live action.
Oh my God, I remember it. It was on YTV, right?
It was YTV. It was part of Crunch.
Oh, Crunch.
I remember Crunch.
Who
remembers Crunch?
Do you remember the original host of
I
Crunch?
remember the original
So
Crunch.
my dad went to a comic convention in Toronto.
Yeah.
And you know who we saw just walking the floor as just a dude?
Andy from Crunch?
I think his name was Andy.
Or was that the second guy? Because they changed out guys like pretty fast.
I'm talking about the original guy with
the
white
spiky
hair. Not Andy. No, the original dude with like white spiky hair.
Yeah. Andy was the second guy. Andy was the second guy that was there the longest.
Andy looks like a tool. Sorry, Andy.
YTV.
I'm looking. Don't worry. I'm
Crunch.
looking.
I know, but I'm interested as well.
But he had this. I think his name was like AJ or something. Here, I'm gonna look that up. AJ Crunch host. Am I right? Yeah, my dad met this guy at a comic convention. AJ Fry. That's this guy.
Yeah.
My dad. What is he up to now? My dad was at a comic convention years ago.
Okay.
And I don't know. This is probably if anyone grew up watching YTV in like 2006 onward, they might recognize this face from Saturday morning. Cause AJ here from Crunch.
Okay, what was on Crunch?
This guy here, Crunch. I don't know. Crunch was like the Saturday block.
I know. I'm looking at it right now. Okay, so this is what was on Crunch. Robots.
Robots, I remember.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Kid vs. Cat, I remember very
Kid vs.
well.
Cat was sick, actually. I love that show, yo.
I liked it, except it was literally that and Wayside were the only things that were on sick
Wayside
days.
was on Teletoon.
I know, but it was like I would go back and forth, and those were the only
okay.
things that were on.
I remember.
League of Super Evil, I know you love that.
Fuck, that was the best thing that studio put out. I was not a fan of Stormhawks. I think that League of Super Evil was much better. Mainly because I wasn't so much... Dude, whenever a cartoon tried to do like a serious sort of narrative where there was like a sci-fi shit, I was never into that as a kid. I was more so into the weird, wacky humor. I like my cartoons to be funny. I don't like them...
So we got SpongeBob SquarePants, Fairly Odd Parents, Tough Puppy...
with the exception, before anyone calls me a hypocrite, with the exception being Samurai Jack. Because I think Samurai Jack's just cool. I don't know. It's just something about it. It works. It works.
Planet Sheen.
Planet Sheen was awful.
It was so bad. Love Jimmy Neutron. Planet Sheen was so bad.
I go back to Jimmy Neutron. Dude, I can recite that entire movie.
I love Jimmy Neutron.
I can recite that entire movie. I watched it like every day when I was a kid.
The TV series was awesome as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, anime, we got Pretty Cure, Transformers animated, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5DS.
Okay, I need help. If anybody is still listening and anybody knows what the hell I'm talking about, please help me find this juice box with like weird radical fruit characters on them.
I have to check YTV shows now because like this...
Oh, fuck.
I need to find this show.
Sitting down for too long, your legs tense up.
I need to find this show.
I need to know.
Okay. This category has 5 following subcategories out of 5.
Let me just look this up.
Okay. Do you remember the Adrenaline Project?
I do. It had a really badass theme song, and then what was his name? Who was the guy who was like Coach or something like that?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Coach.
I don't think his name was Coach. I think his name was something else. But he was not necessarily the host. He was just kind of the hype man for that whole thing.
And then he turned into the host.
And then I remember
they got rid of the host and went, yeah.
And then I remember Doritos Canada hired the guy to do a commercial.
It was. Okay, so the show was hosted by former Much More Music VJ Richard Cazzo, and also featured Boomer Phillips.
Boomer.
Coach Boomer. Yeah, Coach Boomer. Season 2 was hosted by Boomer.
Yeah. I mean, I remember they got Boomer to do like Doritos commercials later on. Like Doritos Canada specifically got him to do like commercials. He played this like pimpin' dude. I remember, and he always played himself. He was like, "Hi, I'm Boomer. Eat Doritos," or something like that. I need to fucking figure out what this juice box was. It's driving me nuts. For those of you who don't know, that's literally all I've been doing for the past 20 minutes is Googling juice boxes. What has my life...
I'm still trying to find this goddamn
show. I'm still trying to find this goddamn juice box, Duncan. Duncan!
Yes.
Send help.
I'm finding like a couple things I didn't know were on YTV.
Are you finding my juice boxes?
No.
Then I don't give a fuck. Go on, sorry.
What else? You know what? I'm also going to try the Zone. I'm going to check the Zone, see if it was in their programming block. It may have been in theirs. I thought it was in Crunch's, but Crunch may have just been fuck, I don't know. Oh, yo, Splat-A-Lot.
You know what's funny? There's a video on YouTube right now. Remember we were a couple of months ago we were looking at abandoned places.
Uh-huh.
So there's a channel I follow called Bright Sun Films,
They found
based out of Mississauga, which is where they filmed Splat-A-Lot, like just outside of Mississauga.
You know what's really funny? One of my old friends from Ajax, Owen, was on Splat-A-Lot.
Oh yeah, that's fucking funny. Are you serious?
Yeah, he was filming on my birthday.
Oh, that's great.
It was awesome.
Yo,
I watched it and I was just like, "Oh, dude, you fucking sucked."
Splat-A-Lot.
Actually, no, he got almost to the end.
Splat-A-Lot or Wipeout for Kids. It was essentially just that. It was Wipeout for Kids, and it was Canadian, and it was pretty bad. It was like a complete co-sponsorship with that Crush yogurt.
Yeah, it was.
Remember that? Like the whole gimmick with that yogurt, you could eat it like a regular fucking yogurt cup, or you could be a complete dumbass and squeeze. It was more of a squeeze thing. Oh man, what the hell? I'm actually like insane for looking for this juice box still.
Oh right, they got rid of Crunch now, and the Zone's taken over.
Yeah, the Zone is essentially YTV's last sort of. Okay, I looked up juice boxes. I found furry porn. What's going on Google, man? They gotta get their algorithms. I'm not kidding. Look. No, I'm not kidding. Look. Help. What's going on? Creepy lemon mascots? Fucking Seed of Chucky? I give up. Duncan, help. Why can't I find my juice boxes?
Oh my god. Well, if anybody wants to know what the current Saturday morning lineup is on YTV, I can tell you right now.
Hang on a minute. Siri, what the fucking goddamn was the name of those juice boxes I used to drink when I was like 4? Was 4.
Okay, I found this on the web for what the fucking goddamn was the name of those juice boxes I used to drink when I was like 4.
Thanks, bud. You didn't help, by the way. You actually just gave me a link to a Aziz Ansari bit. Don't trust Siri if you have Tourette's syndrome, by the way. She ain't gonna help. Okay, moving on. I need to figure this out.
I need past lineups of the Zone.
Carton? Juice boxes?
Okay. I'm actually interested in this because now I've gone back into like the history of the Zone.
Yeah.
The Zone began its life as an after-school zone on YTV, debuting September 2nd, 1991, with its first host, Phil Guerrero, a lone speaker seated on a stool in front of a Spartan orange backdrop.
I don't remember the name of this show on YTV, but do you remember the show that took place? It was like this kid who was a spy and this older dude with white hair.
Oh, fuck! I was thinking about that, and then they go into a
ball that's filled with water for no reason.
Them. I used to watch that before school.
What was the name of the show?
I don't know.
But you know what I'm talking about.
But I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was
thinking about that last night.
I wish I knew the name of the show. Because I was just like, what was that fucking weird show on YTV?
I almost want to go through, like, checking the link of every single show that is.
Do you know what's funny? You know what's funny, Duncan, is I do this exact same shit when I'm home alone in bed. I just like, what was that shit I used to know when I was like 3? And I just like go and Google it and come out with nothing. Dude, for the life of me, there was this show I used to watch when I was like 2 on Treehouse, which was like the YTV for like the young kids, right?
Yes.
It was called We 3. It's called We 3. Okay. We 3 took place under a fucking couch. It was about these 3 like monsters that took place under a couch. It was a weird show. Look up We 3 right now.
No, because I want to find this fucking
new tab. We 3. This show is weird, and it took me.
You look at.
No, I'm looking for fucking juice boxes. I wish I knew the name.
We 3.
Like We number 3.
Yeah, that's what I put in. Okay, yes, I'm looking at
Is
it.
it like 3 monster puppet looking dudes?
A 3-issue. I've got an American comic book.
It's not it.
By Vertigo.
It's not it. If it's not 3 Canadian puppet dudes, I'm not interested. What was the name of this juice?
3.
Was it? Wasn't Fido juice? Was it?
I'm not finding it here. I found We Three, a classic country music group.
Wait a minute. Oh no. Did I find it?
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
False
That was
alarm.
good.
False
Okay.
alarm.
Oh, The Batman. I have almost the entire series. I'm missing season 3. If anybody wants to give me season 3. Beast Machines, Transformers, Beast Wars, Transformers, Being Ian.
Oh, I remember Being Ian. That was a good one.
I love that.
That was a really good one.
Brady's Beasts, Breaker High, Bruno and Boots.
Bruno-
Bunsen is a Beast.
Bruno and Boots. Why does that sound familiar?
It was a TV series. Let me pull this up here.
What was the
It's
name?
got no pictures or anything.
Okay, we need to know what the name of this juice was. It's literally, it irked me. And no one will know what the fuck I'm talking about. Hang on, I gotta stretch. Fucking bad day to wear boxers. Jesus Christ. I can keep going
Chuck's
with the alliteration.
Choice, Clang Invasion, Clips,
I can keep going with the alliteration. My balls are bunched up like a bunch of fucking balls.
Dark Oracle.
Remember that one? It was
I-
live action. It
I
was
don't
weird.
remember that.
Dark Oracle was a weird one.
I'm looking into this.
My
now.
favorite
I'm-
was when YTV couldn't figure out what to put on next. So like if you ever had like Rogers or something or like Bell,
Oh my
it
god.
would just
yes.
say null. It would just say null because they haven't figured it out yet. It's like, what are we gonna put on after Naruto? Ah,
Instead
shit.
of actually planning out the whole day, they were just like, eh. Deepwater Black.
Milo juice. I'm literally like I'm barely remembering the name.
Dinosaurs.
Not Milo. Milo is something else.
Don't Eat the Neighbors. Doug. Duel Masters. Duel Masters. Yo.
Sounds
I
familiar.
remember Duel Masters. Dumb Bunnies. Edgar and Ellen. Erky Perky.
Erky Perky was a cool one.
Yeah. Every Which Way. Family Biz. Fanboy and Chum Chum. Fantastic Four. World's Greatest Heroes. Freaky Stories. Fries with that. That was the live action TV show of a bunch of teenagers that worked at a fast food place.
I remember that one.
I remember one. It was like a haunted house episode of the night shift.
Maybe.
We've gone back to our Little Caesars now.
Yeah. Right now I'm dead set on finding out what this juice is called.
I need to find this.
Hmm?
I need to find this fucking show. Both of them. Both of them.
What?
I need to find both of these shows. Oh, Goof Troop was on.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Disney usually keeps that shit pretty close to the chest, eh?
Yeah, to like family and stuff. But I don't know if Family Channel was made in the 90s or not.
Obscure juice. I'm just looking up obscure at this point.
Hack Sign, Humtero, Harvey Toon Show, Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yep.
You know who did the theme song to Teen Titans? Those guys.
Puffy Amiyumi.
Puffy Amiyumi.
How to Be Indie.
When there's when there's trouble, you know who to call.
Teen Titans.
Dude,
Yo, in real life.
why does that sound familiar? What was that about?
So that was a contest show
Oh.
where teams of 2 have to go into real life jobs. It was like teams of 2 kids have to go into real life jobs and try to get through it.
You know what I watched a lot as a kid?
What?
TVO Kids. They had a show where it was like they would swap families for like a week. Like 2 kids would swap families for a week. It was way 90s. Like the shit was filmed in like the 90s.
Child swap, but like wife swap, but
Not as kinky. That'd be a weird. I don't know. Wife swap is like something about that's just weird. Why? Why would you wife swap? I'm literally like I'm just
don't
getting
know.
vape juices now. I'm fucking pissed. I wish I knew the name of this juice.
Life with Boys.
Life with Derek.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Fuck Life with Boys. Life with Derek
Life
was
with
awesome.
Derek. With Michael Cedar, who I thought was Michael J. Fox at one point. I'm an idiot. My dad put on Back to the Future for the first time. They kind of look similar to some extent. My dad put on Back to the Future. Yo, this is like Michael Cedar. And he's like, who the fuck is that? He's like some Canadian guy. I don't know. I was close. It's close by one name.
Max and Shred, Men in Black, the series, Mental Block. That's what I'm having right now.
You know, I'd have an easier time figuring what that show on YTV was called with the ball than I would finding this juice. It's a lost cause. Yeah, here, I'm gonna look that up. YTV show spy ball. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Just looking up those keywords, I can immediately tell you that the name of the show was list of YTV programs. Here, I'm gonna figure it out right now.
Monster Warriors.
Don't know the name of that one. Do not know that one. I'm sorry.
No, Monster Warriors was the live-action show. Okay, seriously, the series, a purposefully campy cross between the Power Rangers and Ghostbusters, follows an adventure of 4 teenagers fighting to safeguard Capital City from a vengeful wrath of insane and disgruntled old B-movie director Klaus von Struschels, who possesses the ability to bring his cinematic monsters to life. Over the course of the series, various story arcs occur that expand the series' cast and city locations. Each week sees the teens customize common household objects into useful weapons to fight against monstrous creatures. This was the show that I was talking about.
Okay.
The live-action one where the director is able to bring, like, his movie monsters to life.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of acquired programming. I think I know which show. And I think I know what to look for. Keep going. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, let's see. Season 2, the battle continues as the Monster Warriors work from their new hideout, a deserted secret bomb shelter beneath Luke's house. The newly outfitted warriors get caught in battle between Von Strusser and the new mystery monster maker, who is later revealed as Superintendent McKellen's son, George Jr. The new monsters are half animal, half machine. Dude, like...
Sounds convoluted as fuck.
Oh, I remember it was incredibly convoluted, but, I mean, like... Still.
Duncan?
Yeah? Did you find it?
No.
Fuck. Okay. Now I need to bring up... Okay, so Monster Warriors.
Canadian animated spy show.
Monster Warriors. Oh my god, yes, this is the show I was thinking of.
You need to show me. Really wish I knew
Oh my
what
God,
the name
yes.
of this show was. It's actually driving me nuts. Damn, what the hell is the name of this show? Me and Max? No.
Okay, so it was also on Jetix.
Oh, excuse me, former acquired animated series. This is shit that was on YTV. For some reason, I thought it started with a B. I think I'm right in that regard. Sea Bear and Drama. Captain N, the Game Master, was on YTV, probably in the 90s.
So this is...
Yeah, I remember the Monster Warriors
Yes.
show. Don't worry, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm more focused on that show with
With
Cops
Ball.
was on YTV.
Cops was on YTV?
Am I thinking of the right Cops?
I think you're thinking of a different Cops.
Animated series. Damn, that would have been a shame. I wish Cops was on YTV.
That would have been hilarious.
Freeze, motherfucker, we caught you with weed.
What? What is weed?
What is weed? Mom, what's weed? Mom, what's child pornography? This dude just got caught with it.
I remember the Next Star.
You were Skunk Fu?
I do.
7 Little Monsters? Samurai Jack was on YTV?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I love that. Robot the Boy. I remember Robot Boy. Robot Boy was an interesting one. Futurama was on YTV at one point. That
Yeah,
was
and they switched over to Teletoon at night.
Oh, gotta love Zelda at night. Gotta love it.
Oh, Prank Patrol.
You have flashbacks, bro. Flashbacks. Okay, I dead ass need to find out what the name of this show was. Okay. I'm gonna look it up on Siri. Oh shit, here. Canadian television show about a young boy and an older dude who were spies.
Sorry, I can't search what something is about, but I can search by type.
Canadian animated TV series with a young spy and an old spy.
And a big
Sorry,
red
I
metal
can't
ball.
Google Canadian TV series with a young spy and an old spy. And a metal ball.
It was animated.
Here's what I found on the web for Canadian TV Spears with a young spy
TV
and old spy
Spears.
in a metal bowl.
No, Siri.
Love you,
no.
Siri.
Canadian TV. Tap to edit. Canadian TV speakers.
Rocket Power. That's what I was thinking about earlier.
What's Rocket Power? Oh!
It was
that's
made
the
at the same-
skateboard one. Oh.
Yeah, it was made at the same time as
Rugrats.
All Grown Up.
Oh my god, I remember.
Here's what I
Oh
found
my
on the
god.
web for
Okay.
Canadian TV series with
The
a
Red
young
Green Show. What?
I fucking love the Red Green Show. I go back to that one every once in a while.
I don't remember. Oh, okay.
It's live action.
Yep, I remember this now.
Oh shit, keep knocking over the mic stand.
Rocket Power, Robots, Romeo. Oh, Ruby Gloom.
Oh yeah, that was a cool one.
I liked that. I was about it.
Mm.
Sabrina the Animated Series, Sabrina's Secret Life, Sailor Moon, Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
Yeah, Samurai Pizza Cats.
That had its own Nintendo game.
The Sausage Factory, Scaredy Squirrel, Seven Little Monsters, Shadow Raiders, Shaman King. Oh, wait. I remember Shaman King. Is this the exact same Shaman King that I'm thinking of? It is indeed the exact same Shaman King I'm thinking of.
Do you remember Tuttenstein?
No.
That was a TVO king. Well, maybe. Because that's what I remember. Tuttenstein was a
Shining
weird one.
Time Station. I'm checking Shadow Raiders. I don't know what it is, but I'm interested. Canadian animated television series produced by Mainframe Entertainment. Da-da-da-da.
Flying Rhino Junior High.
Fuck.
I triggered something.
Fuck. Okay, I'm checking out what Mar is. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that... No, never mind. Oh, okay, I recognize this. Oh, fuck, I actually did want to watch this series, and then I never was able to find out what it was again. Mar, okay.
I don't know if they were spies, but they were agents of something.
They were agents of some sort of thing, and yeah, it was like a 10-year-old kid and like a 50-year-old guy. And yeah, how they traveled around was in a big metal ball.
It wasn't Daigata Defenders. No, that was something on Teletoon that was like...
Daigata Defenders? I remember that.
Sorry, that's Teletoon. It was like, Daigata Defenders. It was like some... like
I found it like randomly going around the other
Jimmy Two Shoes.
Jimmy Two Shoes, I remember that.
Mom met a woman who worked on that show at some like house party. It's pretty weird. YTV former programming. I looked that up.
What about Jacob Tutu?
Yeah, I remember that one. That was pretty good.
I remember Jacob
Took place
Tutu.
in like Montreal or something like that.
Yeah.
Reboot Martin Mystery Jacob Tutu Freaky Stories. Uh-oh.
Snagglepuss.
Mystery Hunters. You Mystery Hunters?
I do remember Mystery
Mystery Hunters
Hunters.
is a
I
weird
had nightmares from Mystery Hunters.
That was a cool one. How'd you get nightmares from that one?
Just because I couldn't tell that it was faked.
Oh, I mean, it was like they were just talking about real events. I mean,
Yeah.
excuse me. That's the Little Caesars talking. Now.
Sonic X.
Yeah, was that the?
Gotta go fast.
Was that the anime?
Gotta go fast.
That was the anime, wasn't it?
Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Bam, bam.
Mm.
Bam, 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 bam. I think they had Crush 40 do the theme song for that, for like the TV series as well.
I love it. Love it.
It was actually, it was pretty damn good. Superior Defender Gundam Force. Fuck, man. Like, I'm looking at some of these and just going, damn. Whoa, they had the Swamp Thing TV series?
That's so weird.
That's so weird. Like, the TV,
You remember that?
a bit.
It's like a sketch comedy show. I got a funny story.
Oh, right.
I got a funny story about that one. My grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
every time I go to my grandmother's place in Scarborough, and she only had like basic cable, whatever, like, you know, she didn't even have like a cable box. It was straight up like whatever she could pick up. So she got YTV, and I remember I was watching That's So Weird, and there was a character that one of the actors played,
Mm-hmm.
and my grandmother was like, "You're not watching this show." I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "'Cause the character here reminds me of a woman that I saw at the grocery store one time who I hated. She was a rude bitch." My grandmother did not like that show because of that fake fictional character who's apparently reminded her of a woman she met at a grocery store was a rude bitch.
Hey, did you ever remember, Uh-Oh? The game show?
Maybe.
Uh-Oh was part of It's a Live game show segment during its third season, but existed as a parody during its second season. As of 2016, Uh-Oh is the third longest running show on YTV behind Hit List and Video and Arcade Top 10.
Oh,
Both
do you
of
remember
which
Video and Arcade Top 10
don't,
with
I
Nicholas
don't.
fucking Pickles, dude? Oh man, okay. 2003. Okay?
Yeah.
This show
Flashback.
Young Gomes didn't own a video game system because he couldn't even fucking read. And this show was on called Video and Arcade Top 10, starring this fat bloke looking like Jon Favreau. Name was Nicholas Pickles. I'm not making it up. And you know what? All it was a video game showcase.
Oh
It was
God.
it was like watching like an IGN video on television.
Fuck.
It was so just like unique at the time, right? Like it was just cool.
What the fuck?
What?
There's a Watership Down TV series?
True Jackson VP. I give up.
I do remember True Jackson.
That was a
VP.
Nickelodeon thing.
Dude. Okay, have you ever actually watched Watership Down?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, there was a TV series.
Was there I thought there was a show called Nickelodeon Girls from Minnesota Free. I almost freaked out. I'm still looking for
What a
this.
mess, Wild Coast Cow.
What was the name of this show?
Willow's Wild Life, Wish Kids, Witch Hunter Robin, The Wizard of Oz TV series, X-Men Evolution.
That was a great show.
I have the third season here, and then I've downloaded the rest of the series to watch with Morgan. I think we watched through the first season, and she was okay with it, and then we started watching the second season, and we haven't kept going. There's 4 seasons to it. Yes?
Grossology.
Fuck off.
This is like, I swear to God, we have this conversation like once a year.
Fuck off.
Remember old shows? Oh, this one? Yeah, this one. Oh, I remember that one.
Zoinked?
I don't remember Zoink.
I
Zoink
don't
was
know
like
why I'm remembering Zoinked. It was a talent show.
American.
Oh, it was like Next Star, except they did it as just like everything and not just
Fucking Lazy Town.
Oh fuck yeah, Lazy
Lazy
Town.
Town was a joke.
Vampire High. Why am I recognizing this? No, I'm not.
Clone High was funny.
Clone High was awesome.
Clone High was great. Hack Son. Oh, they had Dot Hack here? I need to find. I didn't know they had the 80s Astro Boy.
Toxic Crusaders.
I'm actually like pissed off. I can't find the name of this show. This is actually getting on my nerves.
No fucking way.
What?
There was a Toxic Avengers TV.
Oh, you didn't know?
series.
You didn't
I
know?
didn't know.
I knew that. Oh, you and I are at this point looking at the same part of the Wikipedia article. I'm actually just trying to find the name of this show.
Okay, so how come I feel like it may have been on Teletoon and not YTV?
Because it was on YTV.
Okay. Canadian animated.
Agents that went into ball filled with water. I'm just looking that up and seeing what it gives me. Am I crazy? This show has to exist. Nope.
Shows. No, because I'm remembering this show as well. Like, if I had the ability to draw, I would draw out the characters.
I wish I had a time machine so I can go back in time to that exact same fucking
Oh shit!
TV.
Apparently, Ed and Eddie was Canadian.
No.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. That's fucking cool. I love Ed and Eddie. Ed and Eddie, I should say.
Jacob Tutu, Bean, Ian, League, Super Evil, blah, blah, blah.
Secret Agents.
Jimmy Two Shoes.
Secret Agent Show. I'm going to look that up. Canadian Secret Agent Show. Canadian Animated Secret Agent Show here.
Yo, do you remember Cyber Chase?
Yeah, I do.
Fuck yeah, Cyber Chase.
Cyber Chase was the one took place at night with that goth chick.
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of Cyber Sphinx. Or
Something like that.
I don't know.
No, Cyber Chase was like one of those shows that was designed during
Was that on PBS? Is that an educational show?
I feel like it was.
I think I know exactly about
It
it.
was designed to teach kids like the safety of the internet.
Is it The Boy?
There was like a boy and two girls and like a dodo. Oh, Iron Man Armored Adventures was Canadian. Dude, I love Armored Adventures. Yo, the
Duncan!
did you find it? Did you fucking find it? Can we end this podcast now?
No, The Boy animated. Because I remember.
List of Canadian animated TV series.
No, it was called The Boy.
It was called The Boy?
Yep. The Boy. I can't find it. There's no pictures of it on Wikipedia. I'm just going to look up The Boy YTV. But it's called The Boy.
Fuck you for a show that has such a
Oh my
memorable
God!
book.
Oh my god, it's the show!
Pull this up on your computer so
Holy
that way people
shit.
can see. Oh my god!
What a stupid fucking name for a show!
For a show with such like a serious hook.
That's such a dumb name for a show. Are you serious?
For such
Oh. Was it acquired or was it an original show? Oh my god, that's such a stupid name for a show. The Boy. Fuck you, YTV.
The Boy TV series.
Oh my god.
Yep, is a Canadian animated television series that aired on YTV from January 4th to September 2005. The series is about the adventures of Toby and a member of the International Federation for Peace with his partner Agent Bob St. Vincent, who travels all over the world to fight villains. Now, what they don't say is that what he do is they get into a big fucking
The way
ball.
that they get to and from their location. Oh my god, this is the only actual image I can find. By the way, there's still a picture of AJ from Crunch on the podcast because I stopped paying attention. I had to fucking look for my juice box.
And you never
And
found it.
I will keep looking.
Yo, Carl Squared?
Oh yeah, Carl Scare was on Teletoon.
Yeah.
This was the show. This was The Boy, everyone. This shit. Wow.
Oh my god.
Why would you? What a stupid name for a show. But this was the show. Wow.
The Boy TV series on IMDb has 3 stars out of 5.
Yeah, I don't remember it. It was forgettable.
Except for like the one thing.
The ball.
The
The
fucking
fucking
ball.
ball. I remember they got into like suits and they filled it with water and it was dumb and pointless.
But it was also like I feel like the music during that scene was super fucking cool.
Epic and shit. All right.
I'm searching this up on YouTube to see if I can find clips.
I found one episode.
Oh shit.
Literally the thumbnail I linked is that episode.
Oh shit.
Well, I know what I'm doing tonight. Everybody, this has been the end of the week. This podcast is gone. We started at what, 8 o'clock? It's now midnight. This is officially, well, it's been close to 3 hours and 40 minutes now at this point. We've been streaming. It's a new record. Thank you ever so much for watching. Tune in next week.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Holy
if you
shit,
did.
if you did, thank you.
You know what? Gomer, how about you try to edit this down?
No,
when you
I'll
post
cut out the intermissions, but like,
Cut
wow.
out the intermission, of course. But oh my god, this was a saga.
This has been insane. Tune in next week when hopefully we find out what the name of the juice box was, although I highly doubt it.
No, next week is
Tune in on the next live broadcasted podcast,
Yeah.
which should be the 23rd. And
Double checking.
we will be back with some live content.
yes, 23rd.
And hopefully in that time I can remember what the name of that juice box was. Thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Tune in next week for our full commentary of Thunderbirds the movie.
Is that what we're doing? We're not doing
Sky High. Sky High the movie. It is bedtime.
I'm down with either one.
It's bedtime. Good night.
Okay, night, bud.
Have a good night, everyone.